Hello, travelers. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks. Holy shit, people. Anyway, to recap something that happened almost a month ago, Burroughs wakes up early and heads to the walls to ask the guards on duty if he's seen any signs of cultists. The guards said that they've seen oh, this is Galdat, by the way, but you know me. But all the listeners at home might not, unless they've watched this before. Which no one has because no one watches them. Anyway, the guards said that they've seen signs of the cultists, but they went back south instead of heading toward the city as they thought they would. Then Eliwick wakes up and interacts, in quotes, with the field and grabs some food. Quite a bit of food. Way too much food for such a small person. She meets up with a guard who mentions that there's a lot going on the previous night and asks if she's seen the light show during... I think the guard asked her if she'd seen the light show during the recent... somebody doesn't have word wrap turned off. And there we go. During the recent adventures. All of that for one stupid word. He also mentions seeing a group of torches that might or might not have been cultists, but were definitely heading in a southern direction towards Waterdeep. Torin wakes up and forages for food. Exciting. Zerevex wakes up, procures some food for himself, and Mittens, the drake, since it's been so long if you've forgotten, is named Mittens, and a cage of rats for the latter. Oh, the food was a cage of rats. He then decides that Mittens deserves more than just a rope leash, so he heads to a silversmith to see about getting a better collar. Zerevex pays a decent sum to get a nice collar for Mittens. Lark finally wakes up long after everyone else because she's lazy, and she finds a page and demands some food from him. Not a page of a book, no, an old-timey page. After eating some breakfast, she decides to try to reunite with the group. Burroughs heads to the blacksmith and sees Zerevex across the street at the silversmith. After looking on at his work, he notices the apprentices watching him and scolds them for paying attention to him instead of watching the silversmith and learning. The silversmith then has words with Burroughs about his apprentices just being boys and recently having their town sacked. But Burroughs doesn't take these excuses lightly and chides him for standing up for weakness. Then he leaves to check out the blacksmith. After leaving, however, the silversmith draws a sketch of the handsome dragonborn and then scratches an X over it and hangs it up outside his shop. I think we all know what that means. Torin, after procuring meat, sets up a place to smoke it up. The meat. He's going to smoke his meat. After meeting up with Burroughs and before Burroughs goes on a torrent with the silversmith, though, Zerevex gets his collar from the silversmith and then heads towards the merchant. He purchases some nice grab bags. Ooh, those are going to be interesting. Listen up. And while doing so, the merchant offers him some treats for Mittens. Mittens is smitten with these treats, so Zerevex picks up a bag of those as well. He rounds his purchases out with some healing potions. Meanwhile, Eliwick asks for directions on the whereabouts of her underground kin that we met in the previous episode. She hears that they won't be available until night, which makes sense because they're lower underground dwelling people that like darkness. She then seeks out in any druidic circles that might be in the area, and she gets a lead on someone named Kata. She caught a lead on Kata. She finds Kata, who is meditating, and Kata greets her. Eliwick joins the communion and hears the trees and wind repeating Waterdeep. Then she goes back to the Temple of Shantae, which is abuzz with activity getting ready for an event that night, to sanctify the temple after the recent raids. Finally, she heads back to the keep to talk with the rest of the group about going to Waterdeep. Burroughs continues talking with the smith and learns how to fold metal to make it more sturdy. After a long lesson, he heads back to the keep to meet up with the rest of his party. Finally, Zerevex decides to open his grab bags. In the first, he finds a spell scroll for sympathy, some doggy traits for Mittens, and a tome of distilled tongues. In the next, he finds a tincture bottle, a potion of healing, and a scroll of blade ward. And in the third, he finds disappearing dust, a poor fortune. That doesn't seem right. and another spicy tincture bottle. I'm gonna need some help to know what a poor fortune means, because I don't think that's right. Anyway, that's where we are. Gallop out. Gallop out. What is a poor fortune?
I don't think that's actually what that was.
I don't. Yeah.
I'm going back through.
A poor fortune?
It's
Wait.
that's what I have.
Amy, what did you write down?
A poor fortune.
Well, I've got the dog treats. I've got potion of sympathy, tomb of
Distilled tongues. That was in the first one.
Yeah, distilled tongues. Spicy smelling tincture, scroll of blade ward, a pouch of disappearing dust, and healing potions.
I don't.
I know I got a bunch of dog treats too.
Yeah. So again, the first one I have, you have the sympathy scroll, dog treats, and distilled tongue. The tome of distilled tongues. Then you have the tincture bottle, potion of healing, and a scroll of blade ward. And then the last one you have disappearing dust, whatever the heck this is, and another tincture bottle. Because you got 3 things each time. So there's one thing that I didn't write down correctly.
And that nobody knows what it is. I have to go back to the table.
If there's...
I am actually not sure. I don't have anything else written down. Unless it was money.
No, there wouldn't be money.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Like, poor is in, like, P-O-U-R, or poor is in, like, not very rich?
I have P-O-O-R. But again, I'm not sure that... I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
No.
Unless it... Because, I mean, there is autocorrect on here, so maybe it changed... No, there isn't actually. No, that's wrong. I'm just stupid.
Or we're thinking about something else. Make the excuse for you. You were probably thinking about something. Alright. You guys are in Greenland. You have your stuff. Some of you got grab bags. Zerevex, are you gonna bring up your grab bags with anyone, or?
Real quick, what time of day is it? After, because we had, I know we did a lot in the town, but I don't know how long that whole, all of our interactions spanned.
I believe it's about afternoon.
Okay.
Emily's up. Lark's up.
So are we all back together again?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
You're all back at the keep, at least. I think most of you were waiting in, like, the lobby area, the Great Hall. I know, Lark, you were. Eliwick, you gone there.
I'm here. Because
I believe I was there as well.
I met up with, after the blacksmith thing, I met up with everybody else.
Going back to my notes from last week, I have everything else that's been listed for Zerevex. I do have the gold value of your stuff, but I don't have anything that says poor fortune, and I'm not missing anything.
Maybe a small fortune? I don't know.
Maybe poor portions was just a really terrible joke, and that we wrote it down.
That's entirely possible. That sounds like us. And it has been about like 3 weeks, so yeah. It's entirely possible we're like, oh my god, this is gonna be so funny, and then 3 weeks later we're like, what was that?
Yeah, it's like, I can't remember why I would have done this.
Right.
So yeah, you guys are back in Green Nest, and you're in the keep, and everyone's hanging out, and Mittens has a spiffy new harness. So you see around you kind of the hubbub of the castle waking up and going about its morning. The squires are kind of, avoiding Lark because she gives them commands on what they should be doing.
Oh, that's right. She was kind of douchey to the pages.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you all are standing there.
We sure are.
Just a group
Just
of
saying.
completely random people.
Just like decked out adventures and a drink, chilling out.
So, did Torin, I know Torin was smoking his meat. Is Torin around us?
I think I came back, yeah.
Yeah, he did take
Okay. I guess I'll just open by saying, well, what have you been doing all this morning, Torin?
Torin find breakfast.
Oh, what does a Torin eat?
Torin eats what Torin finds and kills.
Gotcha.
Morning Torin had deer.
Sounds delicious.
Want deer?
Sure.
I'll give him some of my deer.
I'm assuming just enough to eat for like breakfast or something, or lunch.
I have it. Well, I have 28 pounds of it on me, so
Good lord.
Holy crap. How big of a deer was it?
well, 28 pounds is not unreasonable for most deer.
It's true.
I remember looking this up to see how much a deer actually weighs and how much like the average meat is. So I stand by that's a decent amount.
I'll give you a nice 1 pound steak.
There we go.
How long will that meat last?
Well, it's been smoked, so it should last
7 days.
a little bit more than 7 days.
Just like the horror movie, it gets you in the end.
So if you have 28 pounds of food, how many pounds of food does he eat per serving?
Good question.
Are we in math class now? If Torin has 28 pounds of deer meat, how many servings does Torin have?
A day's ration weighs 2 pounds, so I would assume that I would need to eat 2 pounds of deer a day to go on.
So you've
I feel
got
like
2
there's-
weeks worth of meat then?
Yeah.
I feel like a Torin needs to eat more than one ration.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like Torin's a big dude. Also,
He
I
eats
feel
4
like
pounds a day.
I'll have you know, Torin is a medium-sized creature.
Yeah,
right.
but why would a Torin eat the same amount as a
A dwarf
halfling?
is a medium-sized creature, but a halfling is small. Sometimes logic isn't involved.
Also,
But the
a
gnome
Torin
can
is a name,
outeat
not a
everyone.
creature.
I have a high metabolism.
You have a high metabolism.
The gnome ate like 40 meat pies in one sitting.
She has a really high metabolism.
Elowick's just a fatty.
We don't eat a whole lot on our journeys, so I have to stock up when we're here.
You're a fatty.
Hollywood has a
You're
problem.
a fatty.
I'm impressed that such a distended stomach can recover so quickly.
Yes, indeed.
The magics of gnomes.
Her
What I
stomach
really-
is one of those pouches from Hermione, or one of Hermione's carrying pouches.
Maybe it just goes through really quickly.
Ew.
Oh,
We move on from my bathroom habits.
And you see Elowick come towards you, leaving behind a trail of meat pies that are no longer meat pies.
It's like a rabbit, you know. It only feels like.
Oh, that works so well. Weren't you just last night trying to tell us how you're a rabbit, sweetie?
I am a rabbit.
That must be how Elowick works.
we were trying so hard before Andrew kicked us out of the game because we wanted to cheat. Is that so much to ask for?
Yeah.
Right, so anyway, I'll share with the group that the guard mentioned something about waterdeep.
Oh, I also heard that Waterdeep may need something. I'm not sure what, but it's on the winds.
It's on the what?
The winds.
The winds.
WINDS.
You're talking to the winds.
I'm listening to the winds.
Are they are they talking to you right now?
No.
All those
But
meat
earlier
pies,
when
you
I
sure you're not
was-
creating the winds?
Earlier when I was out, I heard, when I was communing with nature, I heard that the winds whispering water deep.
Well, it appears that's where we need to go. But is our business finished with Green Nest?
I believe everything here is on the mend now. We just need to make sure that we get rid of as many of the raiders and everything. If they saw them going south towards Waterdeep, probably our next step.
OOC, perhaps think of your own goals?
Yeah, killing the dragon with
Right.
the group of bandits.
Right, but you're like, yeah, everything seems fine. Even though it's not.
Did we? I know we got that guy over here. I can't remember his name now. It's been too long.
Leos,
Yeah.
we should probably check up on Leos and see how he's doing.
And we still have to get the rest of the treasures too.
Yeah. Well, he seemed, if I recall correctly, the governor seemed pretty happy that you got the one. I don't remember if...
Governor Nighthill.
Yeah. But he seemed like fairly happy that we got anything back at all. So we might be okay in that department, possibly.
So if we found the other two, we don't need to turn them in?
It's not what I was saying.
Of course, you need to turn them in if we find them, but I don't know that we necessarily need to go looking for them right now.
That's what I was saying.
What were the other two treasures again? Didn't he tell us what they were?
No, he did not tell you what they were.
I thought it was like a sword and armor.
Yeah, I thought he did because that's why we knew it, the necklace with the Labrador necklace or something was one of them.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure I asked him what the treasures were when we brought back Leosin.
Let me see. I don't think I have anything.
I feel like I remember that.
Yeah, because I didn't know I had a treasure until he told me that one of what we were looking for.
Yeah, and then you held it out.
Yeah, it's
as
like,
if
oh, this? Yeah.
in
Oh, yeah.
being a decent.
That would be true. I didn't write it down, though.
That's when we retrieved the amulet of Labrador.
Hold on. Let me look.
No, that makes sense, because that's why you pulled it out, but
Right.
I don't have anything written down for those. I'm kind of surprised I wouldn't have written that. All I said is the governor tells about various items from Green Nest that were taken, one of which being a locket. And then that's when you pulled yours out and said,
You know, I just don't remember what the other two were.
well, while she's looking this stuff up, how for a group decision, how likely do we want to go back there? I mean, so actually, I'll share also with the fact that a lot of torches were spotted by the guard, and they were heading southward. So it could be the camp could be much less populated now. However, since they know that we already raided the camp, they might not be nearly as drunk and merry. So getting around could be harder.
Or they may have moved everything.
I don't think they could have. I mean, if the group of torches that we saw was the same one that was chasing us out of the camp, there's no way they could pack everything up and leave that quickly.
I think it might be worth at least going there and investigating what's there. Maybe get maybe find the other items for Green Nest, as well as possibly coming across some more information of who's actually controlling everyone there for more proof.
So in my journal, I have written missing grand armor of Nighthill, sword for the town, but I don't have any. I didn't write anything more than that. Apparently, I told myself, "We'll remember this."
I feel like it was only like 3 items.
It was 3 items, yeah.
A sword and some armor.
Yeah, the grand armor of Nighthill and the sword for.
Okay. So the only if we do end up going back, we will have to worry if they decide to come back, because like I said, they're going to be sober, and there are a hell of a lot of them. Not quite 80 people. and maybe we should go with some more people. We could try talking to the underground gnomes. Maybe they'll come with us or something. I just feel like our party is kind of small to go up against 70 some odd people. Potentially.
You know, if we keep going in there and leaving, killing like 5 or 6 at a time.
Yeah, in 2 or 3 years we'll have looted the whole place.
Exactly.
Provided that they don't wisen up and move the stuff. I mean, we could perhaps ask the governor if he wants to send with us a small raiding party to try it. I mean, so here's the thing. We could ask him how important the stuff is. And if it's really important, perhaps we could petition him to send a raiding party with us.
Okay. What's the other part?
Huh?
Because I thought you were saying like we could do this or.
Go to Waterdeep, I think, is the other option.
Okay.
Heading towards
But
Waterdeep.
if we go to Waterdeep, isn't that where all the enemies are? When we just run into them there?
Possibly, yeah. If the torches that the guards saw were the cultists, yes.
And why are we going to Waterdeep? Because the wind told us to?
Emily is not
Okay.
How about this? We flip a coin. Heads is go to Waterdeep. Tails, we go back to the camp. And we ask the governor to see if we can get troops and go.
Right. So that's what I was going to say.
Good idea just to find out where, what the governor needs from us.
Right, that's what I was going to say. So we were going to go talk to the governor anyway about a raiding party if we do go to the other place. Let's just go to him, ask how important the other stuff is. If so, we can head there with a raiding party, and otherwise ask what might be at Waterdeep and why that's an important place. Because we don't even know why, other than, you know, the wind saying something about going to Waterdeep. We don't really have any pressing issues, but if we talk to the governor, maybe he can tell us.
Sounded like it went that way.
Huh?
Other than the party sounded like it went that way.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Let's ask the governor. Let's just go talk to the governor and get some more insight. That's what I vote.
Let's go to the governor.
So you guys head to the governor. He is in a study area. There's a large, expansive desk, lots of different books out, different things pulled down. It looks like he's been searching for something. Who's gonna talk to him? Nobody? Let's go here. Let's all just stand in the doorway and stare at him.
I'm just impressed they let me into the building this time.
Yeah, this time they're cool with it.
I thought Rose was taking lead.
Sorry, I'm writing stuff down. Okay, so we are at the, can I turn to a barrel and loot his pockets? What the fuck,
What is
dude?
wrong with you?
Seriously.
It's a divinity.
Yeah, it's a divinity thing.
Oh.
In that game, when you want to sneak, turn into stone, like a piece of stone, a barrel, or a shrub. Around like that.
Sorry, I'm playing with my microphone a little bit because my face hurts. So I'll go ahead and talk to the governor. I'll say, so we know the other treasures are missing. How important are those still being in the enemy's hands?
So the governor kind of looks at you, or he does look at you, and says, they have large sentimental value. And of course, they're worth much gold. But it is not worth the risk of life if it is too dangerous for you to go and obtain these items.
Well, it would certainly be too dangerous for us to go alone. We've already seen the force that we're up against. If you did want us to go back there, we would request a raiding party to go with us.
And he sighs deeply and says, "Hi, I'm sorry then, and we must write those items off, for I have no one else that can go. After the keep was attacked in the village of Greenest, where, well, short man is one way to say it, I suppose. I thank you for returning the amulet. At least that is one of our treasures returned."
Okay. Well, then going around the town and listening to the wind, I sort of glance awkwardly at Liwick. We've heard that Waterdeep might be a point of contention. What is? Do you have any information on Waterdeep? What might be going on there, or what the cultists want with Waterdeep?
His brow furrows and he says, "Well, if they're out there, all the shiny and the gold, I guess Waterdeep would be a great place to go. And you would know, everyone in the party except potentially Torrin would know that Waterdeep is a great place to trade. It sits on the ocean and has a pretty large dock, like this wonderful trade place. So he tells you, I fear that they are after the trade of Waterdeep."
The trade of Waterdeep?
Like trading. Like how
Yeah.
Right. So, but 80 cultists can take over the entire town? How big is Waterdeep?
It's more like a village.
Why do you sound like you're talking to us from the bottom of the well?
I do?
Yeah.
well we had a well put in.
That's where my office is. This is in the bottom of the well.
It's a little damp.
Yep. Is it any better now?
Yeah, it's a lot better now.
Yeah, I had it oriented slightly differently. Okay, so how big is Waterdeep?
I wrote this down. So Waterdeep is a pretty large town. It's about a quarter of the size of Neverwinter.
Okay.
So 30 people.
Yes, exactly. 30 people.
Well, because I thought that Waterdeep was fairly large, that they're not going to be taken over by 80 people, well, 76 or whatever. 75, who knows?
Are you saying this is the governor?
Well, I'm asking the governor how big Waterdeep is, but I'm sort of asking you if it's realistic for. Hell it, I'll just talk to the governor. So how realistic is it for a band of 70 people, half of them being mercenaries who have unclear loyalties, to take over the city of Waterdeep?
The governor kind of stills himself and says, "You don't need to take over the town. You just need to cut off all the trade into the town. All those people, all those caravans going in." He shudders as he says it. He goes, "Can you imagine all those items being taken by the cult?"
Lark probably can.
Lark secretly works for the cult.
You found me out.
No, just the taking of items. Okay, so at this point, I think maybe we should wait for whatever Sava and Tai, see if they want to go, because they had a caravan, didn't they?
We're going to Waterdeep, yes.
Right. So if they were already going to, if they have a caravan, they already have, a stake in this problem, or a stake in this issue. So maybe we can just tag along with them and have a little bit of extra backup.
Team, what are you saying in response? Because I assume you're saying this out loud to them.
Yep.
I think that's a great
Sounds
idea.
like a pretty good idea.
They're supposed to be back at the inn tonight.
Okay. And if I recall, everybody's pretty much restocked themselves, so we should be ready to go. Unless anyone else needs to take care of some stuff today. But otherwise, I think we should make sure that we're all ready so that tonight we can present our plan and hopefully head out after the cultists.
Yeah.
Is everybody else? What do you think? What do you think?
Hello, people.
I have this unidentified horn on me. I think I got from the camp. Can I show it to the governor and see if he knows anything about it?
Are you just gonna like pull it out and be like, without saying anything, or?
I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna say, I found this out at the camp. I'm kind of worried about blowing on it because I'm not really sure if it's just a regular horn or not. Can you tell me anything about it?
So the governor takes it from you and kind of gently looks at it. Says, and says, I haven't seen one of these before. It looks like a hunting horn, but do you mind if I blow in it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So he blows in it, and you all feel suddenly rejuvenated. You've never felt better. You feel as if whatever purpose you're fighting for, you will now fight to the death. You will not stop at any cause or any reason. You will complete your cause. You can now refer to this horn. It seemed a lot more lame as I was about to say it. Oh Lord. You can call it the Horn of the Great Dragon.
She's very excited.
Is she really? Because the silence is deafening.
I was typing it out. Well, that's interesting. That seems to have an interesting effect. I kind of want to go and fight things now, but okay. I'm going to take it from him and put him back in my pack.
So what did it actually do?
I'm writing it to Lark right now.
Feels like it would be awfully good for a battle.
Yeah, we need to go. Maybe we can go to Waterdeep and try it out.
Well, I wonder if it does it for all people or only those who's on the side of the blower. And how does it know that?
I don't know.
Very.
Am I supposed to say that out loud, or do I know what it does now, or?
No, I just want you to know that so that when you use it, you know what happens. Okay.
Well, I've put it back in my bag now I'm probably going to try it again next time we're in battle. I'm hoping it's more than a one-time use thing.
Yep, because otherwise the governor's just spent.
Governor,
Better go fight now.
So, well, and I wonder if that had any effect on any of the battles, and if we're taking some of the wind out of their sails, of the cultists, because if one of the leaders was using that to control them, and they no longer have that in their armory, then I think we've already struck them a blow. Oh, jokes. I guess the governor struck this blow.
Unless they have a lot of horns they blow on.
So unless they're very horny.
Bye.
Well, let's move on from that.
Okay.
So he's explained to you Waterdeep and the threat to the trade lines going in. That the caravans and such can be disrupted. You guys are going to wait for Sava and Tai. What else are you going to do? So it is late afternoon, so you probably still have 3-4 hours until Sava and Tai.
Well, if we're going to go with Sava and Tai, we know they are more nocturnal. Maybe we should take this time to rest up a little bit and try to align our schedules more with them. Like maybe a short rest? And I mean, unless people need to do stuff around here, of course.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty good plan. I just wanted to let you guys know that there is a shop in town that has little care packages or surprise bags. They're actually surprisingly good items in there. So, just in case you're interested.
Really?
Like what? Like what? Surprise? How does this work?
Do they have any fortunes? Maybe poor fortunes? Sorry.
I just went and I bought a couple, and in one of them alone, I think I paid 4 gold for it, and I happened to find a full healing potion in there, which in itself paid for all of them. And I found some other things in there that probably fetch a pretty good price as well.
Well, I don't have any healing potions, so I think that's probably worth it for me to spend a little gold. Where's the shop?
It's actually on the way back from the silversmith.
Ah, that guy.
But I would recommend don't buy the potions that he has up front. They're very watered down looking.
Okay. I didn't write
So we're
that.
going to gamble?
I didn't write down that they were watered down, but I do remember them being watered down. Well, I'd like to go, so yeah, sure.
I'm up to wasting some money.
Tag along.
I'm assuming he's leading us to the shop.
Yeah, I just assume so.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave them there.
All right, is the shop open?
The shop is open.
Okay.
You see the guy standing behind the counter, and you see the grab bags kind of back behind him.
So
How many does he have?
There are at least 6 that you can see.
I was wanting to buy 5, but if he only, so I'll just go up to the shop, keep and say, how many grab bags do you have altogether?
And he says we allow 4 per person.
Okay, I'd like to buy 4 of them if you would, please.
Okay. I think they were 4 gold apiece.
Yep.
I'll take 4 also.
4 grab bags. 4 baggies. 4 grab bags. 4. Wait, you want 4?
Yeah, I'll take 4.
So he looks concerned. Because he just gave away 4, so there's only 2 behind him now.
Ugh.
He's like, I don't have any others made up right now. If you could come back tomorrow, I could have some more made up. But until then, I only have 2.
What kind of shop is this?
It's a shop. Did you say this to him?
Yeah.
It's a shop run by one man.
Is anyone else wanting a grab bag?
Go for it.
So I'll take just the 2 of them if no one else is wanting them.
And then I need you guys to, if you're gonna open them. So, when you open them, are you gonna open them in the shop? Or are you going to go somewhere else?
Well, is there anything else in the shop that I can see?
Sure. So he's got a whole bunch of tinctures all around. He has some spicy smelling ones that are right by the door. There are some others that are scattered. A lot of the potions look to be a somewhat duller color than you would expect, except for the spicy ones, which appear to be like very powerful.
Does he have any cat treats? Because he said he had treats for the mittens.
He does. You see a little section where you find some little cat-like treats or cat treats that are in bags.
Are there crow treats?
What?
Crow treats?
There is a section for birdseed.
How much are the cat treats?
It would be 10 copper, 1 silver. 5 copper. 5 copper is the word I want.
How much is the bird seed?
5 copper.
I will grab some of that.
And that's per birdseed, though, right?
Proceed.
Yeah,
How
per
many-
seed. No, per little bag of birdseed.
How many? So is it 5 copper per bag of cat treats?
Yep.
How many treats are in a bag?
Looks like there's probably 15.
Okay, I'll just buy 2 bags.
So next to the cat treat area, you see a little tincture that is in a battered glass jar. It appears to be white in color. And then next to the bird seed, you see a bright red colored tincture in what appears to be double-lined bottle. And they are a vibrant color compared to some of the lesser vibrant ones.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the potion vendor shopkeeper. So what's this potion do by the cat treats?
He goes, oh, that is my potion of climbing. It allows you to climb things better. Have you ever wondered how to climb vines?
Not really.
And then he goes, well, have you ever wanted to climb steep buildings?
If they have like a window that I could get into on top, yes.
He's like, well, I can't help you with the window, but this potion of climbing will help you get up the side of the building.
And how long does it last?
And he looks at you and goes, oh, it's like 10 minutes, so don't climb like a castle or anything. We're not covered for the liabilities on that.
And how much does it cost?
And he thinks for a moment and looks at you and goes, well, 1 gold per potion and I'll give it to you. And you see rows upon rows and rows of these climbing potions.
What's most oddly specific? Look it up.
Obviously something is frustrating in his life.
I mean, does this sound like we want this, guys? Do you think this would be useful? A climbing potion?
I mean, I'm not interested in it, but you would be the best to decide that, I would think. If there's someone in the group that needs to climb something, it's probably you, or Eliwick if she's trying to get out of a tree.
I'll take just 2 of them. I'm kind of curious about what they're gonna do, but I don't really trust them.
Alright, and he gives a big grin and goes, 2 gold pieces.
So there was a blue one by me.
And there's a bright red one by you.
Bright
So it's
red.
in a double, like there's double the glass wall on it.
Sir, what's this one?
And he gets even a bigger grin and goes, that's the potion of fire breath.
What? I could have
Fire
a fire breath potion?
I mean, you could have walked over to where the potion of fire breath is at.
No,
Yeah,
it's
you
by
didn't
the-
see it
it's by
because you
the
don't really
bird
care about
stuff.
feeding birds.
Right.
Roast chicken, guys.
You have to put 2 and 2 together.
How long does it last? Just 1 breath?
He shakes his head and says, no, 1 minute and you can have fire breath. You can use it all you want in that minute, but 1 minute.
I think we need a demonstration.
Are you chirping up from behind, like, your area?
Yeah.
He raises 1 eyebrow and says, really? And Eliwick, are you going to say anything?
Well, I was going to say, is there any way I can, like, try it? But is there any way for a demonstration? Like, how do you
kinda
test
sighs.
these out?
He sighs and says, come outside.
Yay!
That's cute.
He grabs a fire potion. When you get outside, he swigs the container. Make sure that the area is clear. And Eliwick, you are standing right beside him, though not in the path of fire. And you notice that his eyes have turned yellow, like completely yellow. And when he opens his mouth, out comes a stream of fire, or a cone of fire. And you're thankful now that there was not anyone in the street.
Real quick, so his eyes and stuff change and everything, and he does a breath weapon. Can I roll something to try to figure out if he is messing with becoming a dragon or doing dragon-like qualities or anything like that?
Sure.
Because that sounds kind of like he's, well, obviously it sounds like what my race does. So I'm trying to figure out if anything that he is doing is something that relates directly to my race. So maybe, I don't know. What do you want me to roll?
What, you think the guy who
History.
waters down his potions might be a charlatan?
So you do not recognize the magic necessarily of the Dragonborn.
Okay.
Is anybody else gonna check? You guys want to check?
I'm gonna ask. So how many times can you do that with one bottle? Because it looks like you just took a swig.
And so as you're talking to him, his eyes slowly clear. They start to go back to his normal shade. And he goes, well, the problem is that if you drink the whole bottle and then you try to talk, well, it kind of always ends in more fire breath. So you get 1 minute per whole bottle.
Oh.
And so he's like, he's kind of like, he looks a little bit ashamed. He's like, I haven't quite figured out how to make it so that it's not insta fire breath if you try to talk.
Oh. Well, it's still pretty impressive. How much is that one?
And he says, well, it's a little bit harder to make, so 2 gold pieces per bottle.
Okay. Can I get 2 bags of birdseed and 2 bottles of the fire breath? And what happens if it spills or breaks? Have you tested that?
So you see that, and he takes the bottle in his hand. He goes, "You don't want it to break." And pours just a drop onto the ground beside him, and you see it sizzle.
Does it like destroy the ground? Like,
The ground that it hit which was once like a path that had some gravel and everything. The gravel now looks very, very charred.
okay. Oh, so that's why it's double bottled.
He laughs and goes, "Yeah, the bottle should be fine."
How is that safe for consumption? I mean, we used to know a guy that probably drank that without thinking twice about it, but he wasn't the smartest. I like the guy, but he should have killed himself more times than not.
They catch some grenades.
Because last I checked, people's pink stomachs are a little bit more flimsy than stone ground.
Are there side effects from drinking these potions?
You guys actually asked.
I would assume so.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if this was like.
No, yeah, I'm asking him how in the world that's safe for human for consumption, not human consumption.
He kind of just shrugs and says, "I haven't had anyone die yet."
Have any repeat?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many people have purchased these things?
He's like, "They're very common during our summer festival."
Oh, okay, well.
This is a pretty well-known. And if any of you guys want to do a history check, you can check to see if that's something that you would know of or not.
These 19 history checks.
History check.
Damn! Oh, crap, there go all of our rolls. We always do this on something worthless at the beginning of every session, and then later we regret it.
Congratulations, everybody.
I think they're usually history rolls, too.
I think they are. I like to believe you guys are just really good at that.
we're a group of historians. We're the librarians in this thing.
Okay, so both of you would know, Torin, you would know that you have seen travelers use these potions to light fires and to play games during the summer festival. And Zerevex, you would know that this area, especially Neverwinter, there are children and adults alike that use potions. pretty commonly. So you would agree with what the gentleman said.
So these are the equivalent of illegal fireworks.
Yeah.
They're Roman
I guess
candles for
they're
your
fine
throat.
then. Alright, I'm gonna head back and grab a nap.
Wait, we gotta open our grab bags.
Are you gonna open them there?
Yeah.
I don't want to open mine here.
Was I able to purchase my stuff, or had we gone in now?
You were able to purchase stuff. Lark, I need to know where you are right
I'm out with the group.
now. Okay.
Can I buy 5 of those fire breath potions?
Yeah, you can buy 5 of them. They're 2 gold pieces. Gold a piece.
All right. Got too much utility.
I want to go ahead and open my bags. I don't think I would leave them unopened.
I need you to roll for him.
What do I roll?
I need a D.
Wait, what was that? You cut out.
I need a D20 per bag. Okay. Emily, you found a spell scroll for dancing lights. Hold on. You found a potion of healing. Just common. Not large or anything like that. And this appears to be full strength. And then you found a spell scroll of shocking grasp. Your first grab bag. In your second grab bag, you found a potion of growth. You know this as it says on the label. You found a pair of gloves that would require further investigation. Hold on. And you found a wand that you would
I
have to
recall I
investigate.
had to roll a lot more than that.
It would be just per container.
And how much do the gloves and wand weigh?
Yeah, no, Zerevex had to roll. He had to roll for each item
Oh, did he? I thought it
Yeah,
was
he
per
did.
bag.
No.
because if you look back, he rolled. He rolled a
20 and then 2d10 per bag.
yeah. That's right. One
Oh,
d20 and
yeah.
two.
So I remember what I was doing.
I already wrote all these out. Do I have to roll again? Or can that be fine?
So let's do it the proper way for the second one. Or 1d20 and 2d. Your second bag.
Wait, I already the bag I already opened? Or
Well, you only opened one so far.
No, she
I
opened
thought I
both.
opened. Yeah, I opened both already. The second one had the potion of growth, the gloves, and the wand.
Oh, yeah.
Just, I mean, let her keep that stuff, and I'll just do it the right way on mine.
Yeah, let's do it that way.
Wait, how much did the gloves and wand weigh?
The wand is 2 pounds, and the gloves are standard glove weight, which I'd have to look up.
Okay.
Heavy
6
ass wand.
ounces.
Alright, I'm ready for your rolls when you are.
I was gonna open mine back when we got back to the keep.
Okay.
But is everybody else going to keep too?
Yep, I'm heading back that way.
Okay.
Why are we going to the keep?
To take a quick nap
Juice.
to get ourselves on the same time schedule as the underdeep gnomes.
We're going to the keep and then we're going to go to the inn.
No, it's midday, so we want to sleep a little bit so that we can get ourselves in the same schedule.
Right, but we're going to the keep and then we're going to go back to the inn where the ladies are.
Are we sleeping at the keep? Yeah, we did sleep at the keep, didn't we?
I slept
Yeah.
at the inn.
We
Some
slept
people
at the
did, some
keep.
didn't.
Yeah, I slept at the inn with Varga, but I let's just head back to the inn. Or well, shoot, I don't know. Where do you guys want to go? Do you guys want to go take a nap at the keep or take a nap at the inn? We probably have to pay. Yeah, you probably have to pay to go to the inn and sleep there. So I suggest going to the keep if we're just going to take a cat nap.
You would be a hair closer to the keep than you would be to the.
Okay.
Alright, so you're going back to the keep?
Yep. I'll go back to the
Oh.
keep and open my grab bags there.
On the way back, I'm going to be questioning Morose on how to give, how to actually pronounce certain words in Draconic for my Drake.
Okay.
Okay, hang on a second. Okay.
Damien, /Eric,
Yes?
have you ever checked your Drake's gender?
Have you sexed your
I
Drake?
don't believe I have.
So this is the perfect time to mention you notice that your Drake seems to be acting a little strange. Very uncomfortable.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
That the Drake is acting strange and a little bit uncomfortable.
Aw, it's having its period. Cute.
Alright, well, how is it acting weird?
It appears to be starting to nest. And you immediately think of when a puppy is born.
Would I have noticed any of this?
Well, yes, you definitely would.
Would I know what this is?
Yes, you would know that the Drake is giving birth.
Okay, so when I start to see this, so we're talking about, or Zerevex is asking me about pronunciation of Draconic words, and I'm going to just, without him asking me about anything, I'll say, or I'm going to answer his questions, but then I'll also say, you'll probably also need to know the word for, and then I say the Draconic word for pregnant.
Really, many small babies.
You s-
So yes, your Drake is now giving birth.
Well, that's great.
well, I'm assuming Zerevex would ask me why he needs to know this word that he doesn't know, and then I would tell him that.
Yeah. What is that word?
Well, your Drake's about to have some babies. You're gonna be a daddy.
Do they give live birth or is it eggs?
I would think it's eggs.
It's eggs.
Well, that's not too bad. Alright, well,
Omelets.
I guess I'm going to stop when we get back towards the keep. I guess I'm going to go to the barn instead of, or the training yard where I saw the stables before, instead of going to the actual keep.
Pizza. It's the Russian word for eggs.
Why are you going to the stables?
I'm sorry?
Why are you going to the stables?
So that she can lay eggs in a better location.
Clearly, stables is better than a normal room.
Yeah, seriously. That's okay.
Well, I was thinking more of the fact that, it'd just be more of a safer place than that, but
Yeah, out in the middle of the open is definitely safer than being in a room.
Okay, so you now know that your female Drake named Mittens is going to be giving birth. Well, so you guys are considering back to the inn? Or to the, I already forgot.
I thought we were gonna go to the keep for the cat nap.
yeah, we're going to the keep.
Because
Okay,
you said the keep was closer to us.
yes, and it is. So you guys get back to the keep. Zerevex, you head to the stables with Mittens. I assume just you? Eliwick, are you gonna go with? Are you Lark, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was
Orin?
gonna go to the keep and rest. Although I think I may be interested in watching
Yeah,
the,
I want to see this
the
birth.
Drake.
Alright,
Would
so-
it be okay if I came along?
I guess so. I'm really not sure if it would be very stressful for her or not.
Oh no, definitely, you're right. I'll just head up and rest. Let us know how it goes or if you need any help.
Alright.
Lark, what are you doing?
I'm not sure anymore. Does the Drake seem to be upset by our presence? I mean,
Not really.
I figured it would probably be pretty focused on its own task right now.
It is. It's not really paying attention to you. It's not even really paying attention to Zerevex.
Okay, is there like a loft I can like climb up on and just watch from up on the top of the loft?
Yes.
Okay, that's where I'm gonna hang out with Tabitha. Tabitha's up here with me.
Oh boy. Okay. So you go into the stable. Mittens makes herself comfortable. Though she looks somewhat unhappy with your decision of this. And she.
Actually, hang on a second, real quick. Would I know where a drake would want to give birth? I'm assuming I would.
You would know that drakes often give birth in the wild. Probably have never had a pet drake.
Okay, so when he suggests going to the stable, I would say something along the lines of, I can understand why you would choose a stable, but that would be kind of insulting to our kind. Perhaps a place out in the wild would be a better area for it. Because I'm assuming that's why she'd be upset about it, is because it's kind of insulting.
I'm already up in this loft waiting for this birth, and you're gonna move this into setting now?
Well, I mean, I'd probably when Zerevex says he's going to go to the stable for the birth, at that point I should know that this would probably be insulting to the drake.
The Drake that's wearing a leash?
Yeah,
I don't know that it'd be insulting, just not natural.
well, I'm asking. Well, I'm not asking. I'm saying this stuff, but depending on what Tamora says, I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Want to know that?
Is that why she's shooting the weird look towards Zerevex, or is it for a different reason?
You guys wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
No.
Being a
I
dragon.
mean, you would. Well, I mean, the drake can't communicate with you using words, right? So.
No, but I should know. I mean, again, like, dragons. I know that dragons have hordes, and they usually worship one. I mean, there's a lot about being a dragon that I know. So I'm just wondering if I would know where a dragon would want to give birth.
You would know that drakes often give birth in the wild.
Right, and so then suggesting in the middle of a city, I would probably say isn't the best place for a drake to give birth.
Aren't drakes normally in the wild? And that just happens to be a coincidence that they're giving birth in the wild?
That's a good question. What do I know?
You and your logic.
Have you ever had a pet drake before?
No, but I'm a dragon.
I saw this wonderful movie about how to train your dragon. Does that count?
No, it does not count at all.
Oh, what's this? The dragon rustles. Its tummy is large, with child. It goes to a nest out in the wild to give birth. Let's watch. Let's turn to barrels and watch
I
it.
mean,
Goes to
don't they, like,
stable. I'm at the
dig
stable.
nests and everything, and then leave them?
You can make me some history checks if we want to delve even further into this.
Yeah, it's just like you're like, yeah, you're walking back and she starts nesting. How do you nest while walking?
Like, she starts curling up, she starts digging in.
Oh, God.
Do not know anything more about drakes.
Okay, what you need to do is build a nice basket of bread for this egg to be received into.
Not like breakfast at that point.
No, I guess that works. It's like I probably wouldn't care too much about good Lord.
And there goes his high rolls.
And Ellie would blow his both of them, I suppose. Okay, so Eliwick, you know that oftentimes a drake, when it begins nesting in the wild, will start to dig at the ground and start to like kind of form a burrow around itself. So when everyone was standing in the gravel area, that is what this drake started to do. It started to kind of like burrow itself in, like kind of like a dog, except continuing to like go further into the ground. Thorin, you would know the same information.
From an athletics check?
He rolled
No,
athletics.
no, you wouldn't know that. Jesus. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start throwing popcorn at you.
What I want to know is like, is this a good area for? Would I know? Is this a good area for her, or?
You would not know that from a history check.
Well, if she knows and wants to burrow, and there's straw, maybe it wants to burrow into the straw.
Yeah, but that would be a you would
Athletics
have
check?
no, you would just have to draw that conclusion.
You roll me a strength saving throw to see where the thing should burrow.
How about we just let her decide where she wants to lay her freaking egg? I mean, if she wants to leave, and can she just walk out to the or eggs? Yeah. Well, do you know how many there's gonna be?
Oh,
I mean, are we
fudge.
talking like a full buffet here, or just
Oh,
you
God.
know, one serving?
Okay, so is she trying to lead me anywhere, or would she just be following with me, or what?
She's kind of following with you, but as she gets closer to the straw, straw, she's like, oh, I don't really want to. Why are you rolling that?
How many eggs there will be?
Oh god. So if she looks awkward, I know she can't really respond, but I'm gonna ask her in Draconic, what do you need?
I really don't think this is a good place for her to be nesting.
Stable environment.
So she doesn't really respond to you, Burroughs, but she does kind of like head towards the door area, which there's not really any hay on the ground. There's no straw. It's just dirt, right? And starts heading towards that.
I think she probably needs to be in more dirted, rocky area because she's gonna want to burrow.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let her basically choose where she wants to go, and just by staying close to her.
She finds a nice little corner that's just dirt. There's not a lot of light or anything like that. And starts burrowing down. After a little bit, she gives birth to 4 eggs. They're all different colored. One of which is pink, one of which is blue, one of which is red, and one of which is white.
I think we need to have a team of these now. Everyone can have their own.
Okay, so is she like burrowing or burying them? What? How is she doing? Is she wanting to stay with the eggs?
So she has curled herself up around them. So there's now a small kind of wall of dirt around her. Think every dinosaur movie ever. And she's curled up around these eggs, and they're kind of sitting close to her. Her tail is around them.
Guys, I think she's gonna be nesting for a while. I don't know what the incubation time is, but I don't think she's leaving anytime soon.
Well, and I think I need to make a stop off and see if I can get them to take care of Mittens while she's staying here. Right, so I'm gonna give her some of the treats that I had or have.
Okay.
I'm gonna give her 5 treats and then just tell her I'll be back and head up towards up to the general's room.
Governor's room.
Yeah, sorry.
So you find your way to the governor's room, no issues.
So I knock on his door and see if he's there.
So you knock, and the door opens. You see the governor standing there. He no longer searching frantically through books, but has selected one and is reading it.
Governor, I've got a favor to ask.
It looks kind of confused. He goes, "What? How can I help you, Zerevex?"
Well, Mittens, the drake that was with me, it turns out that she was pregnant and just laid some eggs in over by the stable.
So the governor's face looks like he's about ready to laugh and smile at the same time. He goes, "Should I say congratulations?"
Yeah, make fun of it. So
He goes, "What would you need of us?"
I'm wondering if you can care for her.
The governor looks at you and goes, We would. The druid Kata would probably be the best at providing the care. He would know what the drake needs and how long the drake would need to be with the babies." And then stops and says, Are they babies or are they eggs?"
They're eggs right now.
And he kind of nods. He goes, "Do you want me to call for Kata?"
Yes, if you can.
Alright, so there's a selection of bells on the back wall of this area, and he goes up to one and rings it. You see only the marking of a tree on this bell. As soon as it rings, the individual appears. Her face is not happy. She is a little disgruntled. And as soon as she appears, she turns to Governor Knight and goes, "What? I was gardening." Are you going to say anything to her?
Well, I'm up there by myself, right?
I thought you were there alone.
Okay. He rang it for me. I have a favor to ask.
And she turns from Governor Naho and goes, What's the favor?"
The pet drake that I had turns out was pregnant and just laid some eggs.
So she has a huge grin and says, "Oh, that's wonderful!"
So the reason why I got him to summon you was because I wanted to see if you'd be willing to take care of her and the eggs.
So Kata looks a little bit confused and says, "Well, she just laid the eggs today, right?"
Yes.
Well, she'll be good to go in the morning. You should be able to take the eggs from her and keep them warm. They'll need body heat, but there's no reason to leave her behind.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then this might work out pretty well then.
Smiles
Okay.
and says, "I can give you a little poultice to attach to each of the eggs to help keep them warm."
That'd be greatly appreciated.
And she smiles and says, "Well, I need to get back to my shop then, and then I'll have it ready for you. There's not really a quick travel way back." And she shoots a glare back to Governor Nighthill and stomps out the door.
What is this lady?
It's the druid Kata.
Oh, Kata.
She's who I talked to earlier.
Right.
Not ricotta.
No, not ricotta, and not frittata.
Or frittata, if you're Schwabi. We have a friend who literally thought it was pronounced frittata. He ordered a frittata at a restaurant in front of everyone.
So when Pokemon Go first came out, I just got my first Rattata, and I was like, I'll never.
I did the same thing.
I'll never forget this moment. So yeah, she just walked out to go back to her shop.
All right. Well, thank you for all your help, Governor.
She smiles and says, "Yeah, perhaps you can get a set of these bells from her as well."
Oh, and I take my leave. Head back down to the stable to go be with Mins.
Perfect.
Did Mittens look pregnant?
You don't have a lot of comparisons.
I mean, is she thinner now?
Yeah,
That's
a
not
little
how it works.
bit instantly thin.
You don't
Like she's
instantly
never
get
had a
thin.
baby. Insta thin.
You don't instantly get thin. It's not how it works.
Gretchen's just bitter because it didn't work.
She's got a lot of stretch scales and her boobs hang to the ground now.
Not
That's
to the
right.
ground, but pretty close.
Ooh, yeah, I hate
Just a warning for those of you who
How is your ankle, by the way?
it's healing.
trying to take herself out at work.
I did.
So we were in a cafeteria, and there's like the standard chairs and everything, and Gretchen is on a scooter thing, and so she's picking up speed, and just clipped the side of one of them and started to go for the handlebars.
I haven't heard about that yet, but I'm glad that you told me, because that's hilarious.
Well, the good news is 3 people caught her.
What?
I caught myself too.
The 4 people caught you?
Yeah, so it was interesting. Oh, you also yelled out, "Oh God," really loud, and then we ran into her boss, and her boss was like, "Oh, I thought I heard you yell," and was completely not fazed at all.
Well, he must know her.
Yep.
Okay, so we know the Drake will be fine in the morning. Everybody, did we just stay at the stables? I guess we would. Yeah, we would have stayed at the stables probably. See you, Drake. Bye.
Well, those are some eggs. Peace.
Yep.
They're so pretty.
Very pretty.
Do we know how long it takes for these eggs to hatch?
Nobody has asked that question to anyone that would know. You can
Kata
do a
would
history
be a good
check,
person
if
to
you
know.
remember.
Or maybe Eliwick. She seems to know a little bit about this stuff.
I don't know that I would know. Do I need to do
You
a
would
history?
know that it's a relatively short gestation. Whatever.
We're gonna have a bunch of babies soon.
Everybody's gonna get their own pet. Sweet.
What?
They're all mine.
How else am I going to start my own dragon cult?
So how big are these eggs?
They're about the size of Torin's hand. AKA, they're pretty big eggs.
So like a mini alligator when they hatch?
Barzu will be redeemed.
Wait, I guess we're just resting now.
Well,
So,
I still want to open my crap bags at some point.
okay.
Right.
I guess while Zerevex is off asking the governor, I'll go ahead and open my grab bags. Seems as good a time as any.
Perfect.
I'm going to rest.
In the stable?
Yep, I'm just gonna take a quick.
Beeping is coming. Girls,
Okie dokie. So in the first one, you want me to roll D20 first, right?
Yep.
Well, that seems awful. And then 2D10? Or 1D10 twice?
Correct. I'm noticing a trend. Another 5.
Holy shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna take these 5s, but can you try rolling again and just see if you're broken?
I don't think that's how random numbers work. Doing it. I want to see how this goes.
He is broken.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Look what I rolled.
Oh, he kept
Oh.
I still think you're broken.
Nope.
Oh, nope, you're not broken. Okay.
I just wanted to mess with you guys.
This was just literally destiny.
Yep. I really need something with a 5. That's... Could not be more obvious. Okay, you want me to roll for the rest of them, or...
Hold on, just do it one at a time.
Okay.
Or one set at a time. Find a spell scroll, and this spell scroll has a magic. It's for magic circle. I can't get the words out. A magic circle.
Okay, so spell scroll of magic circle.
Yep. You find what appears to be a stick that has 2 buttons on either side. If you push, extend out.
So a stick saber.
Sure.
Okay, and then what's the third thing?
Did she break?
You also find a potion. Smells very ash-like. There is no label on this.
Okay, next one.
Yep.
Boop. 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 Man, my rolls are really starting to charge up.
So in the bag, you find another bag. It is a leather bag that has a yellow ribbon around it.
Okay, is that it?
No. I have to go through my tape. You also find what looks to be a bracelet that is pretty unastounding.
Okay.
What was your last roll? A 4?
Yes.
You also find a stone that looks to have some sort of writing on it. You do not recognize the words.
Okay, I'm gonna open up the yellow bag, or the bag with the yellow ribbon.
You cannot see really anything into it. It is as if light does not fully enter it. Are you gonna do anything else with it?
Since I've got so much weird stuff, I'm planning on eventually going to somebody that might help me identify this stuff. So for now, I'm just gonna leave it as is.
So you're not gonna put your hand in it?
No,
Why not?
I don't want to die. God damn it, Lark! No.
Put your hand in it. Do it. Put your hand in it.
I'm gonna extend my stick saber and start putting that in the bag.
Okay, so you put your stick saber in there, and it lands on an object. What are you thinking of right now?
What? Huh?
What are you thinking right now?
How hard is it? Is it squishy or
What object are you thinking of right now?
something metal?
Alright, so you find yourself touching something metallic.
Okay. That's it?
Pull it out.
Are you gonna pull it out?
Yeah, I guess I'll pull. God damn it, Lark. I guess I will reach in there and pull it out.
So you find a little, what looks like a little figurine of a weasel in your
Oh, God.
hand.
I don't like figurines.
Not your responsibility to paint it.
Are you looking at it?
No. As soon as I felt a figurine with my hand, I'm leaving it in there. Because I know what happens with figurines, so fuck that shit.
First weasel of
No, I just need to know what you're doing. So you would not have really known what the object was until you pulled it out. Okay,
That's
so
fine.
you're looking at it, and it looks at you.
Wait, no, I'm not I didn't pull it out of the bag.
No, you pulled it out of the bag.
No, I didn't.
Fine.
If I felt that this is a figurine based on what happened with the bullywogs and stuff, I'm gonna be like, screw that. I'm gonna take it to somebody who knows better.
Okay.
As soon as I feel that it's like, yeah, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Man, you take all the fun.
Did we see him opening these bags?
Yeah.
I guess you would have. Lark, you would have recognized what that bag is.
What is it?
Hold on. She doesn't know until I send it to her.
That's a bag of tricks.
A bag of tricks, and there's a figurine in there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone.
I don't know what a bag of tricks is.
Hold on. Jeez. Oh, I can't find you. There you go.
Chicken?
What? Do you have one more bag?
I have 2 more bags. I bought 4 bags.
Let's
It's
keep
actually
this.
pretty cool.
I know, right?
How does Zerevex know about it?
Probably sitting by Lark.
Well, I said it's a bag of tricks.
What is a bag of tricks?
It's a well, because yours was a what? What was your? I couldn't see from where I'm at, but what was your object?
I felt a figurine in there, and based on how this group is fared with figurines, I decided not to pull it out.
Well, I mean, it's just gonna be a little friendly creature.
I don't trust Lark.
If you want, I can pull the figurine out if you're worried about what it's gonna do.
I also don't trust you not to steal it. If it's good.
Then fine, just leave it in your bag and never use it.
I might use it, I just don't trust you. Okay, so I'm going to go to the 3rd bag.
Is that your 27 and 5?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So in that bag, you find a superior potion of healing.
Of healing?
Of healing. Label as such.
Okay.
You find a bubbling elixir that you can't quite identify.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm trying to figure out this dude's business model.
Yeah.
We already covered that. Skoma.
It's really
I think we
just
need
a
to go
friend.
back there tomorrow morning and get more of them.
That's how you guys never do anything. You
Just
I
buy
think we're
that.
just going to camp this guy out and
Half about. We get the potions. We turn them around for 90% profit.
guys, we never need to leave. We just need to keep buying the stuff, sell it, or hell, after selling the first couple things, we can afford caravans to go out and sell the wares for us to other towns. And we'll just be millionaires. And this guy will probably still be running his shop.
completely unaware. And then you find what appears to be a small whistle made of clay.
Okay? And I'll go for the 4th bag. I'm not going to blow the...
Me and Lark are on the same thing. I'm not even looking when Lark types these things up. I just blow the whistle.
How is she gonna know if it's worth anything if you don't blow it?
Okay, not everybody wants to get their horns blown, okay?
It's a whistle, not a horn.
Yeah. I'm gonna trust somebody else with. I don't let strangers blow my.
It wouldn't be a stranger. It'd be you.
Yeah.
Blow your own horn or whistle.
I don't.
Wet your whistle.
Fine. I'll blow the damn whistle.
Are you blowing the whistle?
Yes, I'm gonna blow the damn whistle.
It's a whistle. Nothing happened.
Okay. So, last
What
one.
did you notice happens?
Oh god.
Wait, last one. Okay. Alright, so in this, you find a pair of goggles,
Sweet.
a single pair. What are your other rolls? A 2 and a 10?
Yep. A 2 and a perfect 10.
Perfect!
Bag of tricks.
Just apparently this guy just had a whole bunch of bag of tricks. Nobody understood. You find a spell scroll that says friends on it.
Not really your type of spell.
You're not wrong.
Last roll. Okay. You find another small pouch, this time with a pink ribbon.
Pink ribbon. Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna open that pouch.
Okay. So in that pouch, you find a whole bunch of a pink dust.
Okay.
Skooma!
You guys are onto him.
Does it taste good?
I don't know.
You can eat it.
Does anyone want to try eating some of the dust?
Your
I'm
dust.
good.
Well, Zerevex, you're not with us.
That's true.
You're figuring out what to do with your baby mama. Baby mama drama. Okay, so after having all this stuff, I realized that I'm gonna need somebody to identify this stuff.
Can I cast comprehend languages on your rock?
Sure.
Okay, I'm casting it.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a
It says, better luck next time.
Okay.
So yeah, you've opened all your stuff.
Can I pull out my wand that was in one of mine and just kind of wave it? Does it do anything?
Oh wow.
Hello, Homora.
So from the end of your wand, shoot a magic missile.
What?
Nice.
Yes.
Cool.
Who did it hit?
The pile of eggs.
One of the eggs is now gone.
The stable is on fire.
One of the eggs is now an
That's not
omelet.
how magic missile works.
The stable is on fire.
That's not how magic missile works.
No, it didn't hit anybody. It just kind of fizzled out. You didn't really aim anywhere, so it's not like it had any place to go.
Right.
Unless you did aim somewhere.
Yeah, if you did aim, I need to know.
Now it's kind of waving it to see if anything happened.
Hopefully away
It's
from
not
everybody else.
dangerous stuff to be putting into grab bags.
I know, it's crazy.
Best 4 gold you ever spent.
Does her wand seem any less strong after casting it?
Not that you notice.
Yeah.
Well, you can do a perception. We can tell you more about what you notice.
Sure, I will do a perception and see if anything happens to the wand after she casts it. If I can find perception. It's on perception.
Perception.
Nope. Looks like bread to me.
You don't know anything.
Okay. So if we're gonna chill here, I'm gonna want to try to find like a magic lady to see if I can identify this junk.
So you're gonna go find a magic lady?
What time of day is it?
It's about twilight now. It took a while for the drake to give birth.
Okay.
Wasn't there like a festival or something going on
There
tonight?
is,
Yep. Festival time.
but I think we should get in and
Festival.
see my gnome kin first and talk to them, and then head to the festival.
Yeah, we were supposed to rest, but I don't think there's time for that now.
We don't need a rest.
We'll sleep on the cart.
That's a good point. Person not here.
Very good at speaking loudly from beside a sleeping drake.
Meanwhile, Zerevex with the governor, and Zerevex turns to the air and says, "We'll sleep on the cart." Governor looks at him oddly.
It's Tourette's, guys. Give me a break.
We'll sleep on the cart.
Problem.
Really struggling to get into this tonight.
I think we all are really struggling tonight. Okay, so you guys are going to the festival?
Well, were we gonna meet up with the people first, or?
Yeah.
But and are you still looking for somebody to identify your bag, or are you gonna believe Lark?
Well,
I mean, I
so
told you what it was.
yeah, I know. Well, there's some other things because I've got other things that aren't identified, so I want to try to identify them. But like, is it time? So I'm assuming. I'm trying to remember. So Eliwick talked to somebody about when the gnomes would be available, so she knows when the gnomes are available. Is this the time that the gnomes are available or not?
She would know. Eliwick, you would know that it's a little too early for the gnomes.
Yeah, it's still a little too early.
Okay, well, if you guys want to enjoy the festival, I'll try to find somebody who can identify some of this stuff.
Isn't that going to go late on into the night?
Well, if you stay for the whole thing. Do we want to make a time to meet up to go meet the gnomes?
Oh. About what time?
I mean, do we all even need to meet the gnomes?
Well,
We just need to tell them that we want to travel with them.
The thing is, when they wake up, if they want to travel, they're probably going to want to travel then, so we should be together if we approach them with that idea.
But if we leave now, we won't get more grab bags.
That's true.
We can always come back for more grab bags.
Only looks like I really need to get these graphics.
I mean, I am slightly considering just staying here and becoming a mogul.
Was it 4 per person forever, or is it just 4 every day?
He didn't say. He just said it's 4 per customer.
Maybe he's like trying to get us addicted to these, and he's gonna raise his prices each day.
It's entirely possible.
Maybe that's it.
I feel like our Lark is trying to say this is how I would run a business.
So, time-wise, when was the festival starting and when were the gnomes going to be free? Because I've forgotten exactly what the time frame was looking. And I know I was told everything, but...
The gnomes start their work, or go to shift at work, a few hours into the night. And the festival would be starting at twilight.
So a few hours into night is like 10-ish?
Sure.
And twilight is at like, I don't know what time of year it is and that kind of thing.
Well, it's twilight now.
Right, but what time is twilight?
Question is beyond the scope of my knowledge.
You are our goddess. You should know these things.
I told you, twilight is now. That was my way of getting around this question. You know,
That's your sundial.
Okay,
You know that
yeah,
there's probably like a
let's go
half
to
hour.
the-
So twilight.
Let's go to the festival. See what's going on.
Okay, you guys go to the festival. I'm gonna try to figure out where some of the stuff is. Although maybe somebody should tell Zerevex what we're doing. He's gonna come back. Well, we can't just leave the Drake.
He'll be fine. Zerevex is gonna come down, watch over his
It's
Drake.
not a
Shouldn't
he.
Zerevex be back by now?
It's very much not a he.
She'll be fine.
The evidence of she was just created.
Well, maybe the dudes lay eggs. I don't know.
Oh God, no, that's not how. No.
I watched the Orville. This is a thing.
It's not a seahorse.
Is Zerevex back yet?
I don't know. Is he back yet?
I would have went right back down there.
It shouldn't take a long time to do that.
Yeah, I'm down there.
Well, while you guys figure out where everything is, I'm gonna bio real quick. Back just a sec.
Okay.
So Zerevex, I think we or what'd you find out about the Drake? I guess you should update us on everything, right?
Yeah, well, I was talking to Druid that was summoned there, and apparently she should be ready to travel tomorrow morning, as well as the eggs should all be able to be brought with us, and they just have to be kept warm. And they have a really low amount of time before they'll hatch, so we'll have possibly 4 baby drakes with us.
It's a lot to do when we have to battle or something.
It'll be fine.
So what do baby drakes eat?
Cats.
I feel like the cat's gonna be bigger than a baby drake.
What are we going to call these baby drakes?
But that's mystery.
I like
Do you say boobs or boots?
baby drake and boot.
So can we go to the festival now?
What color drake is everyone gonna get? Or what color egg?
I want the
I
blue
want
one.
pink.
What was left?
White and red.
Like white.
Blue.
I took blue. Torin gets a red one.
Okay.
All seems appropriate. So in my head, I picture Tabitha riding a full-grown drake into battle.
A full-grown pink drake.
Wow.
Tabitha needs a big pink bow as a collar.
I have a pink ribbon from a pouch. I can scatter pink dust all over her. Watch it being like flesh-eating stuff.
Yeah, let's not do that to Tabitha.
You're the one that wants me to put my hand into bags that light doesn't shine into.
If you want, I'll put my hand in the back of it.
No, there's a figurine in there. I want somebody to identify it. If you guys want to go to the festival, I'm gonna try to find some type of magic lady to identify this stuff. There are only a few
Maybe
things I
there's
need identified. I don't need everything identified.
Maybe the magic people are at the festival.
Oh, then maybe I'll show up at the festival. But do we need to meet up at some place to get with these gnomes?
I'm really surprised Lark hasn't tried to take
They
me
work
back.
at the inn, so we just have to meet up with them there.
Right. I'm just saying when.
Probably about 10 o'clock.
Okay, and it's what, 7 o'clock-ish now?
They'll be there late though. Yeah.
Alright.
So in like 3 to 4 hours, we should meet up there.
Okay, 3 to 4 hours. So 3 to 4 hours from now, let's all meet up at the
And
inn. Does that sound good, people?
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right.
Zerevex, are you staying with your Drake or are you coming out?
I'm gonna stay here with Mittens for a while. On that note, did you guys enjoy those grab bags?
Yeah, it was fun.
He won't play with his figurine.
Oh, glad you guys enjoyed those. I found them quite nice myself.
Yeah, I got a superior healing potion out of it.
Nice.
Now you won't die so much.
No, I probably will still die.
What was that kid's name that I ran into at the temple?
Uh,
The one cleaning the floor.
Yeah. Kid.
Jim.
Samuel.
was it? Do you remember what day that was?
2 weeks ago?
No, because last we played was 3 weeks ago.
And 3 weeks ago. It was the last time we played, right?
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't recap it though.
I don't. I have the name of the bar. I have a whole bunch of stuff on other NPCs. I have Anton, the silversmith, Ethlyn, the blacksmith, Kata, the druid, a whole bunch of other NPCs. I don't have it in there.
I didn't write down everybody's name. That's not important.
Oh well. Make up a name.
Yeah, no, I don't have it written down. That's
Okay, so right now, who all is going to be going to the festival?
I'm
'Cause I told
going.
people I'd be there.
Okay, so Eliwick and Lark are. Torin?
I'm going to go to the festival and see how many different types of assorted meats I can eat.
You're gonna see what?
How many different types of assorted meats I can put in my mouth.
Nice.
okay. So, Zerevex, so during this conversation, you would be doing a check. This would be now obvious to everybody. You are.
sorry.
Wait, what's obvious?
Hold on. Zerevex, what you have been doing in the side chat is now obvious to the other players. The other characters, they now see that you have a bag and that you're trying to turn it inside out, and that the bag does not turn inside out.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, that's weird. We're still going to the
what
festival?
are you doing?
I found this pouch back before. I don't remember where I got it, and it felt cold, so I was trying to see what's going on with it. And I started by just putting my finger in, and I poured some water in, and now there's water in there, and I can't seem to get the water out.
Did you try putting your hand in it?
You would see the water pour out when you tipped it upside down.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I just meant you cannot turn it inside out.
Oh no, I was trying to see how large it was on the inside and out, like.
You cannot find a seam on the inside. In fact, your hands go out and out and out, and you feel as if you could stick your whole arm into it.
Did you get Hermione's bag?
Well, it possibly could be a bag of holding, actually. Not sure. I'm going to see about just start shoving stuff in there to see how full I can get it, if there's lots of room.
Or it could be a Duggar's vagina.
Well,
She's the one that The one that had 15 kids. Anyway,
Not all of those were in there at once.
it's not a clown car. Anyway, so yeah, that's an interesting bag. Where'd you get that?
I really don't remember. I think it was back when we found that goblin book in the abandoned mansion back in, I can't remember the city.
Vandalia?
Yeah, in Fandalen.
Oh, can I
Vandalen?
read that book since my comprehend languages is still going on? We couldn't read it before.
Hold on. I think there's. You can, but you have to be touching the book. Yeah, you'd still be within the hour.
All right, I hand her the book.
So
Okay.
This just appears to be a manifesto of goblins. There's a lot of reference to doom and doomsday and killing dwarves. There is a lot of mention of a spider, and you get the feeling that it is, again, not the 8-legged type.
Does it have anything interesting in it other than that? Like any codes or maps or anything?
If there are codes, you don't know it. So there are no maps.
Well, it just looks like a goblin manifesto. Doesn't really seem to give us any more information other than they have a spider leader. Not the 8-legged guy.
Oh, you mean spider that people keep mentioning? And
Yeah.
who's like kept
On the
turning
other
up?
map? That one, yeah. We'll have to go back there sometime. One day.
One day.
Sunday.
Okay, I'm handing him back the book because that thing weighs a lot.
Yeah, it's a 15-pound book.
Like half your weight.
Yeah, I know.
It is one hell of a manifesto.
All right, so I'm gonna shove that in the bag.
All right, it goes in the bag.
Does the bag now weigh 15 pounds?
Nope.
Sorry, what was that?
No, the bag does not now weigh 15 pounds.
Can you?
Do I lose the 15 pounds then?
Correct.
Jesus, dude.
Can you get it back out of the bag?
Can we give you all of our stuff?
Okay, so at that point, am I able to reach in and pull the book back out?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm just gonna put it back in there and basically fill it up with stuff.
My God, dude.
Perfect. Erase all your weights on your inventory.
I'm gonna work on that.
All right, so you've just watched Zerevex dump all of his everything into this bag.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You're able to grab and find things in there in a hurry if you need to.
How organized is it?
Well, try grabbing something.
Okay, I'm going to go to pull out, see if I can grab the spicy smelling tincture.
All right, so you put your hand in there, and it actually takes you a little while to figure out which tincture is the one you want and kind of just grab it and pull it out. You find yourself reaching and you hit some books and you hit some other things, and finally your hand comes to rest on the spicy smelling tincture.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna keep a couple things out and have those at the ready, but just have the bag of holding, useless stuff that I really wouldn't need in a pinch.
All right, 1 second while I wait for a response on something, and then we can move forward to the.
Zerevex get that for his birthday or something?
No, I found that back
Yeah.
way back.
Okay.
It is what I think it is. It's
I need you guys to tell me how you're standing right.
How we're what?
I just got kicked from the game. Aww. How you're standing around, like what?
God is dead.
God is not dead. God got kicked out of the game when God tried to like grab something.
What if God was one of us? A slob like one of us. Just Alanis Morissette and Dogma.
Who's the person that sang the song "What If God Was a Girl"?
I don't know.
Ugh. I don't know. It's a weird music video. She's
You're
singing
talking
her
about, you're ready to ask a really pointed question about how we were standing around
Yes, I want to know how you guys are standing around.
on 2 feet.
I mean, I would assume we're in a circle looking at Zerevex bag.
So,
And then a literal alligator jumped out of the bag.
Ellie Wick.
Hey, there's little line thingies being drawn.
What?
Like multicolored line thingies at the bottom of the field.
Okay, so if this pink, bright pink one is Zerevex, need to know how everyone's standing.
Where's Mittens?
Back in the stable.
Well, where are we at the moment?
In the stable.
Yes.
Most abstraction I've ever abstracted.
We were going to be going to different places, but you were playing with your sack, and so we wanted to watch you.
I'd be
Okay.
yellow.
Yes. Okay, you're yellow. And you'd be watching. And Maros, where would you be standing? Would you be standing around him?
I mean, I'm not gonna be up in his junk. I'm just, gonna stand close by and see what's going on.
Okay. And Warren, where would you be?
I'd probably just be standing there watching silently. Our powers combined. Summon Captain Planet.
I call not heart.
I'm definitely gonna take heart. That one's useless. Actually, it should be really useful. Like mind control all animals.
Succubus.
Okay, so Maros, Eliwick, and Torin, you see Lark cast Mage Hand. Zerevex, you are focused on your bag, so unless you roll me a high perception, you do not notice this. You do not notice this.
I am
Okay,
completely oblivious.
Lark, I need your sleight of hand.
So we see her do this?
Yes, you're totally able to see her do this.
What are you doing, Lark?
Good lord.
You are able
Lark,
to
what are you
take the bag.
doing?
How would she take the bag? I'm like physically holding it though. I would notice that if she
You
went
rolled
to
a
take it.
2.
But I mean like it'd be like physically holding a
Didn't
can
you have
of
your
Coke.
hand in the bag?
Wait,
Right.
hold on. She also takes people's like combat items. So it's not like this is the first time she's grabbed an item somebody else is holding on to.
Yeah, but she's taken the item, but they might have noticed it. I mean, he's gonna notice that the bag is gone. The bag can be gone, but he would notice the bag is not in his hands.
He would grab onto it. He would notice. That's true.
He would notice that the thing his hand is in is no longer
Right.
has his hand in
Like,
it.
I'm physically putting stuff in this bag.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but as soon as her mage hand touches it, like grabs it,
Well,
like
I
not
kinda
even pulls
say-
it back, like the hand starts to close around it, you would notice.
Well, I wasn't gonna cast it while he was like sticking his hand in there.
Too late.
Typed out to me. You have to, if you're gonna type it out to me, I'm gonna do it.
I'm just showing you how easy it is to steal something if you put all of your belongings into one little tiny carrier. This one mage hand can take it all.
Yeah, only if people know that I have the bag of holding.
Well, I know you have this bag of holding.
You're gonna steal from your friends?
This is a teaching moment.
I think it's teaching us how much of a thief you are.
Somebody would look.
I typed earlier that I was just taking it and dropping it in the straw, so I wasn't bringing it back to me.
No, but he would have noticed. Like that's what I mean. Like when I meant grab, I didn't mean like pulled back. I meant like
Right.
touched. A word.
Alright, well, don't do that again. And
Well, I mean, everyone could see that I wasn't taking it because it dropped it in the straw right next to him. Just saying.
But the thing is it doesn't add any weight, so it can be really good for travel. How big is it? How big does it get? Does it get very big?
Does it change size? I don't think it changes size, does it?
would we notice it have gone larger with me stuffing more stuff in it, or does
You
it
haven't
stay-
noticed size.
So
Okay, well, I'm gonna tuck it like on the inside of my armor.
My mage hand can still get there.
I think that's for out of the game. Kids.
That stuff he.
Make your drake eggs on your own time.
baby drakes.
Are we going to the festival?
No, are you going to the festival?
That's what we were doing
I thought
before
we
all
were.
this. I keep writing that everyone's going to go to the festival, then something else happens.
Alright, I'm done.
Okay, so I currently have Eliwick, Lark, and Torin heading to the festival, Zerevex staying back with the Drake, and I'm going to find someone that can identify some of the items that I had.
Okay.
Unless that's wrong, then let me know.
At this rate, you're never me.
I mean, maybe someone else has the fucking legendary sack that they need to touch now? Is
Who
that
touches your legendary staff?
anyone else got some stuff that they've picked up that, you know, giant slaying objects, potions of visibility or god, whatever? Anything else?
Lark would like to touch your figurine.
Yeah, I would. Can we play with the figurines yet?
No.
Okay, so everyone who's going to the festival, you're going to the town square, where even though you can see, you know, all the damage that was caused by the raid that came through, the buildings that are half burnt but are currently being are currently in the process of repair. You see also a lot of ribbons and such draped everywhere. They're not as bright of a color as they would normally be, probably because the events have happened. But you see many people joyously walking around. You see some little stands that are set up. People are hawking their wares. There are little bracelets that glow that people are trying to give to children. And you see just families milling about, celebrating that the raid is gone and that they are safe. Everyone who is not there / Morose. You.
And Zerevex. Zerevex is back to the Drake.
Yes. Morose, you are going to look for someone who is capable of identifying your bag. You find
there are a few things I want to identify. I don't need to go over every item, but there's some items that I didn't have enough description on, so I'm going to try to figure out if there's anything. But I'm looking for a magical person.
Okay, so you find a small shop. Called the Crossed Stabs.
The what?
The Crossed Stabs.
Cross staves.
Stabs.
Staves.
Stabs.
Staves.
A staff cross.
It's staffed with crosses? Cross staves. Okay.
Staffs that are crossed. Not in a Jesus cross, but like a X. You see this shop. It's not too big. The sign looks well worn. Do you enter?
Yep.
So you see a human woman. She is sitting behind the counter. She is kind of reading a book and filling out.
Okay, so I'll go up to her and say, I recently came into a few objects, and I need to identify them. I wouldn't be, I'd be fine with paying a little bit to try to get some of these objects identified.
So she looks at you and says, "What staffs do you have? What items do you have?"
What staves do I have?
One.
Well, I only have one staff, but I do have some other items that I believe might be magical. Would you be able to identify those as well?
She looks at you and says, "Well, it depends. I'll identify what I can, and of course there will be a small fee."
Yep, I understand that. That's fine.
And she looks at you and goes, "The fee is on a sliding scale. The more difficult the item to identify, the higher the price, beginning at 10 gold pieces."
Beginning at 10 gold pieces?
Yes.
So the grab bag seller and this lady are in it together.
Yeah, they are. Man, 10 gold pieces per item.
Minimum.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm not that curious. And say for that price, I don't think so. But thanks anyway.
So she waves you on and says, "Have a great night. Enjoy the festival." She is not perturbed at all that you just left.
That's pretty expensive.
Okay, so given the fact that I didn't originally want to go back to the shopkeep that sold the bags because I didn't want to be like, oh my god, that's a 100 gold piece item. But given the price of this other thing, I'm going to go back to the shopkeep and see if at least he can identify some of the potions.
So you head towards his store, but because of the festival, he is closed.
Okay. I guess it. I mean, I'll glance down some streets to see if any other shops might be open and might be what I need. But if I can't find anything reasonable, I'm just gonna go to the festival.
Okay. You see a few people milling around in the alleyway. There's a few transactions that are happening in the shadows. Not like super sketchy. But
Okay.
sketchy.
Are
And
any of them dragonborn?
no.
No. Any of them? Any of the races that would be friendly to dragonborn?
All races that would be friendly, but that makes no guarantee on the individual.
Yeah. trying to think of which races are more trustworthy. Well, tell me who of these transactions, who and what do I see?
You see a human trench coat in a back alleyway.
Say a human.
Human.
Okay.
There are halflings purchasing from this individual. There are 2 halflings. Then you see another alley in which someone is pushing what appears to be a cart, and that person appears to be an elf, and they are selling to a dwarf.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the elf because they seem a little bit more trustworthy. And so, and they're doing some like back alley dealings, right? So they.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna go up to him and say, so I recently came in some items, and I was wondering if perhaps you could give me a little more insight on some of them. I wouldn't be opposed to paying you a bit for your services, just as long as it's not too extravagant.
The elf looks you up and down. Says, "This is suspicious. Who are you?"
I'm just a traveling dragonborn. I'm traveling with a group of people, and we are going after the cultists that ransacked this city. So I wouldn't call us heroes, but we're certainly in the service of the city, if you will. Although we are not necessarily allied with the city. Get my drift.
So you see this elf kind of reshuffle his cart, so that you can see absolutely nothing on it. And he goes, thanks for saving the town. And he slowly backs up and then just books it down the alleyway.
You know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm just gonna let him do whatever he wants to do. So I guess I'll go to the human.
Okay. How are you going to introduce yourself to the human?
So I'm going to sigh a little bit, as if I've already gone down this path once. Say, hey, I've got some items I just came into. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're doing. I'm just looking to see if you might have some insight on them. If you can help me out, I'll give you a little bit of, I can compensate you a bit as long as it's nothing too extravagant.
So this human looks at you and has like a little fleck in his eye as he says, "I might be able to help you. What is it you need identified?"
All right, so I've got some things that I think are fairly worthless. I just want to make sure they're worthless, and then I've got a couple of interesting things that I'm curious to hear what your take is. So I want to I'm gonna show him the bracelet in the stone. I got a lackluster bracelet and a stone with the writing on it that says "Better luck next time." So and the clay whistle. Those 3 things that seem fairly worthless. And say anything special about these.
So he looks at you and goes, "Well, sir, as you know, with identification, I have to touch the items. So you're going to have to drop the item into my hand."
Okay, so I'm gonna drop the stone that says "Better luck next time" in his hand. Say anything special about it.
So you drop the item into his hand, and he kind of rubs it and says, "Oh, no, this is just a stone."
Okay, so I take the stone back and I say, "What about this whistle?"
So you drop the whistle into his hand, and he says, "Oh, well, I think my identification magic may have been too strong. I appear to have destroyed this whistle."
Okay. Does it look destroyed in his hand?
There's nothing in his hand.
Okay, so is he close to a wall at all?
No.
No? So I'm going to try to intimidate him. I'm going to stare him down and say, "Where'd the whistle go?"
Ooh. I need to do my check as well. Sir.
What was that again?
This is how I talk when I get angry at people. Sir, I don't have your whistle. I told you that identification magic was too strong, and a clay whistle cannot handle strong identification magic.
Yeah, I know you're kind, and I turn and walk away.
Remove the whistle from your inventory.
Yep. I don't want to just beat the crap out of the guy to begin with. But
Don't do it.
how, so you said back alley, right?
Yeah.
How visible, if I was to interact with this fellow, who else would see it?
Yes.
Did we see him? enter
No,
the
you guys are at the
thing?
festival.
Okay.
You guys don't see him at all.
Oh, I thought you were at the festival. Never mind.
No, he's not. I am having a moral conundrum over if I should tell you anything right now. So I'm just gonna say that. But you cannot see much in this alleyway. And he is a human. As far as you can see, he probably cannot see much either.
So given the fact that he's being shady, I want to try to perceive anything else about him.
Sure. You perceive that this is a human, male, and in a long coat, and appears to be quite familiar with this alleyway.
Great. So now I'm going to look in the other corners and at the rooftops and stuff out of the alleyway. So at this point, all I've done is ask him where the whistle is.
Yeah. You see, so you're looking at the different rooftops, stuff like that, right?
Yep.
You see that there's quite a lot of life on these rooftops. There are many kind of, like 15 people doing probably different things, hanging out on the rooftops, or, you know, potentially selling wares and such on there as well.
Okay, so realizing that I'm most likely outmatched at this point, I'm just going to say, yeah, well, I know you're kind. You're welcome. Because I'm not saying you're welcome for the whistle, but I'm saying you're welcome in a knowing way, knowing that I got stolen from. And then I turn and walk away.
Okay. Nothing. So,
Actually, I'm going to be like, before I go, I say, what's your name, by the way?
he gives you an answer that says, he gives you an answer and says, I was gonna say Jack Sparrow. It's the only thing I could think of.
Bruce Wayne.
And he says, my name is.
Slim Shady.
What was that, Gretchen?
Slim Shady.
Yeah, my name is Slim Shady.
I roll my eyes and say, of course, and then walk away.
All I could think is Jack Sparrow, and I have no idea why. That's all I could think. Are you gonna try to do anything else?
Everyone else disappear?
No, I'm here. I'm just waiting to see if it's all that.
Sorry, I'm trying to type up a brief summation of what just happened.
Sure. I'm gonna go to the festival, folks. Then. So you see all these people running around having a good time. Indeed, you see people playing with the fire breath potion.
Are there
Looks like
balloons?
fun.
What was that?
Are there balloons?
Like fun.
There are no balloons. Everyone in this world knows of it. Red balloons.
That's disappointing.
Also, they have.
Are there any vendors selling meat on a stick?
Yes.
I will take 7.
That will be 0.5 silver.
I'm okay with this.
Are there any like noisemakers?
Sure, there's a whole bunch of like the things that you blow into that make the oh.
Not those
I love how our
horrible red
thief decides to
things, right?
reach her bloody hand into a fountain, grabs something from a team member right in front of the entire group, and is looking for noisemakers. Best thief ever.
I'm at a festival and I want to have a noisemaker.
You literally need to be the person who like sneaks by intimidation. I'm sneaking.
You don't see me here.
I wanted a balloon, but I was denied that.
I'm a ghost. Ooh.
Yes, there are the things that you blow into and the paper shoots out, and then there's the little things on sticks that you swing around that make sounds. They're cute. Are you really looking up what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I don't. And then
You're
you
looking
see.
for kazoo.
No, because you don't have paper on them that shoots out.
Oh,
You know
you're
what
talking
I'm
about the
talking-
birthday little things.
Yes. And then there's like some little things that you can throw on the ground, and they make like a little sound.
Poppers?
Yes. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of different things that make noise. A whole bunch of pinwheels as well.
I have a pinwheel.
Do you have Barzu with you right now, Eliwick?
I mean, I would assume he's been following me.
Okay.
You could follow me.
Barzu is having the time of his life looking at these pinwheels and all the shiny different materials they're made out of, like metallic paper, and is just going crazy for them.
So, is Tabitha liking the pinwheels also?
Yes, because they're spinning. She loves them.
Okay, let's buy 2 pinwheels. I'll give one to Eliwick for Barzu.
Aw.
I can be nice. It's a festival.
But tomorrow,
We
I'll
need to
eat
take you to more
She's got all
festivals.
this money for the stuff she pets.
Lord.
Look, Barzu. Lark got you a pinwheel.
Yay!
That's all he's gonna do. I'm really interested to see Barzu's full interaction to receiving a pinwheel from the person he pooped on.
He's happy about it. And then he kind of like has this moment of like, Eliwick,
Yeah?
the alligator's not going to take the pinwheel, right?
No.
God's not a bad person, right?
Nope.
God's not going to eat the pinwheel, right?
I don't think so.
Right at that moment, I'm just gonna chomp into whatever meat I happen to have in my hand.
He just likes meat.
Eliwick,
Yeah.
is Barzu made out of meat?
Technically we're all made out of meat.
Some a little tastier than others.
I don't think you taste very good to alligators.
Okay, I'll remember that about Todd. And then he kind of just goes back to playing. Like if you've ever seen a bird with a mirror, I mean, it's that type of like really into playing with the pinwheel.
Are
that
you going to think nicer things about Lark since she bought you a pinwheel?
He stops and looks at you, and looks at Lark, and then looks at you, and then looks at Lark, and then goes back to playing with the pinwheel. He also gave you the eye watch so you could play with it.
Okay.
The world shifts, but you see nothing strange here.
Yay.
And how much were the pinwheels?
Copper. I was just saying.
Okay, now we're playing with Tabitha while Barzu's playing with his pinwheel.
Yeah, and she's having fun, like, doing the standard cat thing of, like, wanting to pounce on it when it spins. Yep. What else does everybody want to do?
What about dessert type food? Is there sweets?
There is a section of coronets and stuff like that, like the pastry horns cannolis, which I hope you've tried now.
I haven't tried since then, no. Let's go for a cannoli.
Perfect. Everything I told you a cannoli would be. A cannoli will be 2 copper per cannoli. Festival discount. And then they've got some other things, like they've got more meat pies, things like that. They've got a whole bunch of just festival food. There is. Are you guys kind of just exploring?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out since a lot of this was for the temple. I'm just keeping an eye out for anybody I knew from the temple.
Okay. So you do see an area where the people of the temple, the priestess and such, are selling little amulets or little fortunes in little paper bags. You come closer, and the priestess Ashante smiles and says, "Ah, you came, Eliwick.
Of course.
Do you want a fortune free of charge on the house for all your help?"
I'd gladly accept one, but I can pay for it if you need me to.
She shakes her head and just says, "Oh no, don't worry about it. They're just fun little fortunes, though. I think some of them were written by our other priestess, who's a little bit more prophet-like."
Wonderful.
Okay, so here you go. And she pulls out a selection and says, "What color do you want?" And there's again pink, red, blue, and white.
I'll take white.
Okay. You open it up, and the little piece of paper says to you, "As soon as what is blue turns red, a secret woman shall restore the balance."
As soon as red turns blue,
No,
Blue
blue
turns
turns
red.
red.
blue turns red, a secret woman will restore the balance.
Yep.
Interesting.
Is anybody else in the group gonna get anything?
I'll take a pink fortune.
All right. The priestess says, "Well, since you helped save the town, I guess you can have it for a copper if that'll work."
Okay, sounds good.
And your pink one says, "On the day that is longest, the scarred man shall usher forth the fall of the rich."
Yeah.
That's pretty cryptic.
To be fair, this lady is like, well, some of them are written by like an actual prophet person.
So,
So what was it again? It was
the
day
what
that is
shall
longest?
usher forth?
On the day that is longest, a scarred man shall usher forth the fall of the rich.
Oh.
How rich are we
Oh,
talking
blue
about
turns
here?
red. I get it. Yep. Hello, got a pregnancy test. Congratulations, you're gonna have eggs. I like claim to Eliwick's blue egg if she has any.
Oh boy. Is anybody else gonna buy a fortune? Torrin, are you there for them?
Torrin's eating meat.
That's it then.
Are there going to be fireworks?
Well, there are starting to be people gathering in the town square, so you can pretty safely assume some sort of event's going to be happening. You do hear people singing. There's a band playing. It's pretty jovial. A lot like the 4th of July.
I think we should head to the town square.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Perfect. We're just ricocheted off of everything. Okay, so you head to the square area, and as you get there, people are setting up, spreading down blankets, and fireworks are starting to be shot off into the sky.
Ooh. Ah.
Fireworks! They're in all different shapes and sizes, and some of them are in the shape of hearts, and some of them are in the shape of other things. So, like circles,
Dragons.
squares. Yep. And so, just as the last firework is going off, there's a roar of a dragon. And the dragon's shadow eclipses everything, and it's suddenly silent and quiet.
Oh.
There's no further movement. The dragon doesn't return, but it definitely flew over the town.
So it's not like Lord of the Rings dragon firework, right? It's an actual dragon.
An actual dragon. I did not think about that not being an actual dragon. Yes, an actual dragon.
So are like people freaking out?
There's a moment of absolute silence, and then people run. And they start heading to the keep. However, you notice Eliwick, Torin, Lark, you all notice that the dragon flew over, did not do a breath attack, did not do anything else. It simply flew over the town.
Can we do a perception, like if we really thought it was a real dragon, since we've seen dragons fly above us?
Sure.
You know, a dragon's breath attack probably would have wiped out half the town's population.
Would
Depending
I have
on
seen
how
this
big the
from wherever I
dragon
was?
Is anybody else doing perception?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Would I have seen this from wherever I was?
You probably would have seen the shadow and light. You would have seen the light of the fireworks and in the shadow of the dragon.
What about me?
You're in a stable.
Right.
Would he have heard the dragon?
No, I mean it didn't do anything.
God, a
Well,
loaf
you
of
gotta
bread
let the
just flew
dragon
over the
roar.
town.
Right. It just flew over. It didn't roar or anything.
No, it didn't roar anything. It's like the roar of the fireworks, but no.
Oh, okay.
I just see bread.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
I rolled perception.
I know. I'm sending things to people.
So this is kind of trying to figure out if it was a trick someone played or if this was really a dragon or
Yeah,
not.
I'm not really convinced that it was real.
I mean, why would a dragon fly into the middle of fireworks?
At this point, Torrance just holding up his hand, pointing to the sky, laughing. Like, that's cool!
Yeah, I don't think it was real. Should
Yeah,
we-
me either.
Should we head to the keep and let
Well,
let anybody in charge know that we think it was a fake?
Well, I want to look around first. Is there anyone that I see that's not running, that's acting differently than the rest of the people?
You notice that there's a few robed people that are not running. In fact, they appear to be very focused on the sky. It could be that out of fright they haven't moved, or it could be something else.
Surprised you're not looking for all
Can
the
we sneak
vendor
up
stalls that
behind
have been abandoned.
Or you can sneak up behind. You have snuck up behind him as soon as you do a stealth.
My thing isn't doing, like, it keeps disappearing when I click over to the word thing. It doesn't stay on the page anymore. I don't know if anybody understands what I'm trying to say.
No, I don't.
Like your character sheet?
Yeah, my character sheet now, like, I just went to my character sheet to click it, and then I had to go back to.
I make mine into a new window so I can have them both up.
Well, for a while, it just, like, had a little tab bar that stayed up on my screen, and now it's not doing that.
Hey, stop it.
I don't know. Anyway.
Are you double clicking on the top?
No.
If you bring it up and then double click on it, it'll actually shrink down to the little mini one.
Yeah, I've tried that and it just gets bigger or smaller and then doesn't. And now it's on pop out. It's got a little. I don't know.
If it's on pop out, that's what Lark does.
Yeah, I clicked that little box on the top left that makes it into a new window. I like the pop out.
Thanks.
But yeah, it does go away if you like click the top bar somewhere.
Yep, I do the pop out too.
Yeah. Anyway. So I did my roll.
Oh, okay. Are you guys approaching at the same time?
Maybe
Yeah.
from different directions.
How are you communicating that to each other? Also, Torin, are you going with them as well?
I'm still pointing at the sky laughing.
Oh Lord.
So I'm guessing Eliwick probably would have gone first, and then I would have maybe followed behind, maybe slightly in a different direction, just because I know that she maybe doesn't stealth as well as I do, and if she trips up, I don't want them to see me also.
This is oddly familiar. Okay.
In other games, we call that baiting.
In other games, we call that Committee Original Sin, Time with Emily. Okay, so you sneak up onto them, or you think you sneak up onto them. They are well aware of your approach by the time you reach them. There are 5 rogue figures. Of that, 2 are looking at you, Lark. One's looking at Lark, one's looking at Eliwick, and the other 3 are focused on the sky.
So, do we see them looking at us?
Yes.
What do you think that was up there?
The one facing Eliwick says, I don't know, could be anything.
You guys don't seem too concerned about it.
They shrug their shoulders and say, they. The one that's looking at Eliwick shrugs its shoulders and says, well, it's too late if it was anything concerning. What are you doing out here?
We were enjoying the festival till someone seems like they made a prank to try and ruin it.
Shouldn't you be running to the keep with everyone else? though? I mean, that's where we're heading.
Doesn't look like it.
I need to roll persuasion. Emily, I need you to roll a contest of that, and I need it to be. And it'll be a wisdom contest. You can roll it as perception if you want.
Wait, I want to use a lucky thing to redo that.
Okay.
Okay, one more time.
How many do you have?
I have 3 a day.
Okay.
Okay, this ain't works. One more. Let's try the last time. Okay, there we go.
So you see right through what he said. Like, he's trying to persuade, but it's not happening.
I don't believe you that you're. I mean, if you're willing to go back, let's all go back together. Isn't it safer in numbers?
And he says, I dropped something over by the meat stand, so we're gonna go get that, and then we'll meet you right here again.
Oh, that's great. Our friend Torin's right over there eating meat.
Me?
Oh, not that meat stand. Other meat stand on the other side of the festival.
Again, I think, safety in numbers. Let's all just stick together.
So the other three that were looking at the sky look away from the sky and say, "Not worth it." Go back to the keep, and they go. They start heading towards the keep. Walk with them.
Yeah. What's not worth it?
And what we left at the meat stand isn't worth it right now. We'll just come back later. Not dragons in the sky.
You think it was a real dragon?
I don't know. How many times do people see dragons?
Well, I've seen them quite often.
Well, do you think it was a real dragon?
Not completely convinced yet, but could be.
Have night vision.
What?
You have night vision. You do, right? Because you're a gnome.
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't ask that question because I know you have night vision. You see one of the people poke the other one in the side and whisper something into the air. You don't hear it, you just see it.
Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye over on that area.
Okay.
Since I'm still holding on to I assume I'm still holding on to the eye.
Yep.
Does there seem to be any magic or anything with them?
No, at least none that the eye detects.
Okay.
So I want to ask them, did you have something to do with that dragon by chance?
And in a very childlike manner, the one you ask says, "Did you have something to do with that dragon? We didn't have any dragon problems until you showed up."
I think we prevented you from having more dragon problems. We killed the dragon, or fought, or chased off the dragon, or something, right? There was a dragon.
There was a dragon, but only momentarily. And you guys didn't actually fight it.
Yeah, and we weren't here when the dragon was here first. And we've seen dragons before, so I just find it very odd that, during this festival, a group of... Are these kids, or are they adults?
You can't tell in the dark.
Can I tell?
Can't really make out their faces well enough with the hoods up.
Oh, they have hoods on?
Yeah.
Can I pull one of their hoods down?
Don't touch them.
You are the most unstealthy thief I've ever heard of.
I'd probably have to, jump up to grab the hood down, too.
Yeah, they are all taller. These would not be halflings or dwarves unless they were stacked up or something.
Lark reaches in their pockets. You don't see me reaching in your pocket.
They're like, "Are you sure? Because we think we..." No, you don't.
No, you don't. I'm not taking your gold. Ooh, it's a ghost.
Okay, so, yeah. You guys, are you really gonna do something with their hoods? Because I need to know.
No, it's fine. Well, I'm just gonna be like, I just think it's really suspicious that you guys are out here and clearly not wanting to head back to the keep with everybody else. I mean, maybe we should just all go talk to the governor together about this.
Sure, we're all going back to the keep.
Okay.
Where are you standing in relation to these five?
I'm behind him.
Elliot, where are you?
I'm probably off to a side.
Hold on.
I should die roll
Oh, yeah, I need to roll some dice. Eliwick and Lark, you could have sworn that there were 5 people in front of you. But you look and there's only 4.
Hold up. Where'd your friend go?
But we're all right here.
No, you're not. There's 5 of you. And I can count to 5.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's only been 4 of us.
I'm gonna look over at Eliwick. Were there
I'm pretty
5?
sure there were 5.
Yeah, there were 5. What are you guys pulling right now?
I'm afraid you're mistaken, but there were only 4 of us, and the one turns to look at the other and is like, right? I mean, how could there have been more than 4?
Does the eye show anything, Allywick?
I don't think does it.
No, you don't see any magic.
There's definitely 5 of you guys.
Are you gonna do any checks or anything?
What do you want us to do? Like a perception or a investigation or?
You can do any checks you want. I'm just asking if you're gonna do them.
Yeah, I want to try and see if they're flying at the very least.
You see no traces of a 5th person, and you're unable to determine if they are lying to you.
Okay, look. I have this rope here. I don't trust any of you guys. We're gonna all just tie our hands around it.
What?
We're tying the rope around each other's hands and walking back to the keep.
This is like what you do with first graders.
Right.
No.
This is what we're doing with first graders.
And then they're like, I guess so. I mean, if we're going back to the keep.
Man, is Torin still around? Can he?
Torin's still at the meat stand.
I know, but how far away are we from the meat stand?
You're pretty far away because you are walking back towards the keep.
Okay, let's just get back towards the keep.
Okay.
Am I anywhere in the picture? Because after all of my stuff, I would have headed to the festival.
You would be getting closer to, or you'd be.
Do I see any of my team members?
What?
Do I see any of my team members?
You would be starting to see Lark and Elliot.
Okay, so I see them with a group of people.
Yep.
They're with their hands tied.
So this is odd. This is odd. I'm going to shadow them. I'm not going to go up to them and announce myself. I'm just going to watch and be at the ready if I need to. And also, I'm going to be checking around to see if there are any other people. Given the fact that I just dealt with a really shady guy in an alleyway, I'm going to do the same types of checks that I did in the alleyway to see if there's anyone, looking at them or trying to do an ambush on them or anything. And again, I'm not going to try to make myself known at all.
I need a stealth check.
Sure.
On 1. Actually, pretty good.
Okay.
And should I also do a perception to see if I see anything?
Sure.
I don't
They just went
know
along with
why
tying
I
their
did
hands.
nature.
No,
That's not right.
Hold on. They would not have gone along with tying bands. They would have gone along with everybody holding onto the rope.
How about a loose knot around the wrist?
No. They would not have been up for that. Really, you're just like citizen people taking other people captive at that point.
Yeah, but they're heroes of the town,
Unless
so.
they're into it, then it's bondage.
So they would have argued. They would have said, hey, let's not tie ourselves to the rope. Let's just hold on to the rope. And then if the rope goes slack, you know that something happened and one of us left.
Like the other one?
You don't know that there's any others.
Well, there were definitely 5 people before.
No, there are 4. There are 4 people now.
Well, this rope is 50 feet long, so I just might walk around them while we're walking.
Jesus Christ, dude. You literally are the most unstealthy ever.
It's 50 foot long, so
You don't see me enclosing you with a rope of 50 foot. I'm not walking around you, tying you up as you're walking in a straight line.
Okay, you're going to try to herd them.
Wrangle, I believe, is the term you're looking for.
Yes, I am
Okay.
trying to slowly,
Oh
just
my
slowly walking towards there. I'm not tying it yet. It's not tight, but
Too late.
just
Dice
around
have
them.
been rolled.
Oh god.
I just need to keep everybody together. It's dark out. We wouldn't want someone accidentally running off in the dark.
Where there were 4 people, you see their robes standing, but there's no longer any movement from those robes.
What?
The robes are still. Are there feet under the robes?
Are you checking, or are
Yes,
you
I'm
wrangling?
checking. Are the robes floating?
The robes are suspended. There's nobody in the room.
What did I see?
You saw the same thing, that there were 4 people moving, and then suddenly the 4 people stopped.
Is there anybody left, or that's it?
Are you going to investigate the robes?
Yes, I'm investigating the robes.
You gonna roll to investigate the robes? Or perceive the robes? You just see that these are robes suspended. Are you gonna try touching them or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna tug on them.
The robes fall to the ground.
Okay, what the fuck, guys?
Well, that was tactful.
Wonder where they went.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the festival area.
It's all off into the dark.
Night is dark.
Don't you think we should at least let some people at the keep know?
How far are we from the keep?
You still have about like 300 feet to go.
What did I see during all this though? Because I was watching them.
Yeah, so you saw Lark trying to wrangle these people. You saw 4 figures moving forward. 4 figures stopped. Lark called out, "What the hell?" Went up to them, investigated. Saw her looking at it, saw her tug the robe, and the robe fall to the ground.
And I didn't see anyone sneak away.
Nope.
That's some fucked up magic right there.
If only we had, a magician. Or a wizard. Warlock.
Yeah, well, he left without us.
Well, perhaps we should gather up these robes and take them to the keep.
Can we check? Are there any pockets in the robes?
Oh, you can check.
Really? You're looking for loot?
Well, maybe
Yeah,
it'll tell us
no.
what they are.
Maybe they're in the pockets.
The
should
thoughts
burn the
weren't
robes.
used for naked people.
Are there pockets?
There are no pockets.
Okay. There's no pockets.
Should
So they're
burn them.
just bland red robes.
I don't think I ever said they were red.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Just robes. What color are they?
Black. Black robes.
We should
So-
never trust anyone in a black robe.
Yeah, upon seeing all this and seeing that, I see Lark go and check one and they're empty, I'm going to run up at that point. I'll be like, what the hell was all of that?
Not 100% sure. There was a dragon in the middle of the festival, or a shape of a dragon that flew over and kind of ruined everything, and these guys in robes were standing there, and there were 5 of them. There's definitely 5, and so we kind of watched them, and we were going to herd them back to the keep, and then there was 4, and then they just turned into robes.
Can I roll a history to see if I've ever heard of any stories like that?
You have not.
Must be the bread people.
And Torrance still, and they wanted to go to the meat, or they said the meat stand, but I think they're probably lying. But Torrance still back at the meat stand. He's probably eating his way through the meat stand.
Well, let's go get him. Hold
That
on to
might
the
be
robes
good.
and let's go get him.
Okay.
I mean, are these like really big robes? Am I like having to drag these behind me?
They would be for taller folks. In fact, it's like when you try to like carry a long dress at the at
Like
the
bed
store.
sheets or something?
Yeah,
I mean,
where you
I'll
kind of-
I'll hold on to him if need be.
Yeah, you're
I'm taller.
gonna have an easier time.
Alright, so can we go and find Torin?
Torin.
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 Torin. Come for him.
Is he still eating meat?
Marco? Torin?
Marco. Hello.
Torin.
Marco?
Torin.
Corridor.
Odor.
You just gotta say it the right way, Gretchen. Okay. So you guys find Torin at the meat stand.
May clue him in on the weird stuff that happened.
Did you see anybody come by your Torin?
Dark, thick, and sky, everyone went away. Then you went away. Then you came back.
But
There
nobody
was
else
nobody
came
at
back?
the meat stand. I put some money down for the left of their meat. It'd be a shame if it went to waste.
But you didn't see anybody else come back?
No.
Did you see the people that went with us when we were headed towards the keep?
No.
Okay. Should we check the other side of the festival just to see if we can find where they might have been hid?
What?
Talking to my team members, should we go to the other side of the festival to see if we can find where they may have gone?
If
No.
they vanished right in front of you, I don't think going to the other side of the festival is going to do much. Certainly, if they're not some type of apparition or ghost, they're certainly good thieves. I kind of glance at Lark.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, well, good
They're
thieves
clearly
being
a
the
lot better
the,
than
the
I
type
am
that
at
can
their
sneak
thieves.
away and not be obvious about things.
That's some crazy good sneaking ability.
Disappearing is a little bit different than sneaking.
And the robes were like still hanging there.
They're naked.
Are they? What about the priest people? Or are they still out here?
Or
The ones, the ones that gave us the fortunes, are they still out here?
No. There's like
Is there a temple out here?
no.
Okay. I thought they're cleaning like the temple or something for the festival, so I didn't know if we were at the temple for the festival.
No. So there's this area that has different things set up, and they've got their little booth, but the temple's not right there. You would have to walk to the temple.
Okay. There must have been a reason for them out here wanting to distract everybody and scare them off.
Yep.
It could have been just to steal money out of carts.
Yeah, I agree. We should probably report this to the governor and see if he has any insight on it.
I agree.
Okay, so I think this is a good stopping point for tonight. You guys have decided you're going to report. You guys are going to report the dragon, or
The dragon and the people.
Yeah, the dragon
I
and
feel
the
like-
people.
He probably would have already known about the dragon if everyone running back to the keep.
Yeah, but explain that we're pretty sure it was a.
Exactly.
Oh, true, yeah.
Please, both of you, write that down so we don't go through the same thing where we don't know what happened.
yeah, I'm writing it down.
Well, just Eliwick and Lark, so that you know that you need to tell them that, because I don't know what you guys got, but you know something that everyone else doesn't know. So make sure that you share that next time.
Cool. How did you guys like tonight?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I feel like it took a lot to get into it tonight. And there wasn't a lot of driving force, but I think that's just because of where we left off and how long it's been. And I think once we get back into it, it'll be okay. I just was struggling to get into it and find character tonight.
Tonight I have by far the most notes of any night.
Yeah, I like tonight better than the last time we played, where I just like woke up and ate.
Well, that's because all you did was wake up at 8. I got a
And
lot
To
done.
be
last
fair, I did ask you if you wanted to get up, and you said no.
I mean, I'm interested to figure out what those guys were.
Yeah, now I'm.
What the
I'm
hell?
starting to get into the role of it, but
And
I'm
we have
also
baby
tired.
drakes.
Yeah,
No.
we have baby drakes.
I have eggs. You guys got nothing.
Someone asked me what color egg I wanted.
Lark has a mage hand, is what she's got.
Right. Are you gonna hand it over, or do I need to hand it over?
Oh man.
What if you put the eggs in the bag of holding?
They have to be somewhere warm.
It'd be a
That's what I
scrambled
put
egg.
a lit piece of wood.
Okay, put a campfire in the bag of holding, then put the eggs in the bag of holding.
How does that keep everything else in the bag of holding from burning?
Well, that will
Or-
keep the eggs warm.
It's all magic.
All seems very sketchy.
We'll just put some boiling water in the bag of holding.
And then
so
put the
it's-
eggs in there.
If you put people that vanish into the bag of holding, does it implode?
I was gonna say actually, I had a conundrum of when he was like, "I'm gonna turn the bag of inside out." I'm like, I don't think that's gonna work.
No, I wasn't saying I was turning it inside out. I was looking to see what the dimensions were inside and out. Inside and outside.
Yeah, like inside out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stab you. Beyond like when I got dropped from the chat, I'll only go up so far.
I really wanted to pull my magic missile wand out during the fireworks and like throw it around, but I decided it probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Yeah, maybe it would be a great idea.
Obviously, one of those fire-breathing potion grenade thingies should have just thrown out into the sky. Wherever it lands, somebody's going to have a bad day.
Unless it lands down their throat, because apparently we can ingest those.
You know, if it lands on someone's house, well, let's hope they have insurance.
Maybe you're not really ingesting it. You're just kind of like holding it in your mouth and then like blowing it out. Like gasoline or something, like you're lighting it on fire.
So is it like when you eat pizza that's way too hot and it scalds the inside of your mouth, and you just have to deal with it for the next few days?
I like Lark's explanation better. Spell it. You don't actually ingest it. But anyway,
All right. Well, I hope everybody had a fun time, even though Eliwick did not.
I didn't say I didn't have a fun time. I just said I wasn't.
way to hate the group, Eliwick.
I was struggling to get into it, and I feel like everything else, poor people suffered because
mean, We
was
did
struggling.
kind of pick up a non-place. It's like, so you all are looking at each other. What do you do? It's like,
yeah.
It was a
It's
good
not that I
place-
didn't enjoy it. It's just that I was really struggling to know how to move forward.
Yeah, it was a good place to start off if there was just a week in between. It was a bad place to start off with a month in between.
yeah.
But that